Shut us down the last time, but we here, man. Yeah, go ahead and share the video. Go ahead, hit the like button. Go ahead and greet one another. We here yet again. One more time to come on one accord about this game. Hold on, let me do this right quick. It's tripping. Okay, now I got everything cool. Bam. How's y'all day going, man? How you feel? Put some of this Fiji in me. Look at you choosing fees. You gonna want me to hit that every time I come up in there. Blessings, man, blessings. Get up in here, let's chop it up. Hope y'all in for it because of course I didn't get a chance to do it today, but yeah, this whole month, man, we gonna be at it. That live rent free in my head, which yeah, Freeze even said, he's like, bro, you need to quit playing. And that's true. That's true. You know, that is true. I do need to really, dedicate myself. But my shit gonna be just like my brother. Yeah, you see when Freeze came out with his first one, he didn't have nobody on there. You know? Yeah, Freeze didn't have nobody on his, he didn't have no features. Not at all. So, in the future, I think that I should do the same thing, man. I don't need to put nobody on my shit. I'm not gonna put no rappers, no none of that. Good evening to you. Blessings to everybody, Prince. King Drew, Robin. No, you cannot see me, baby. Prince, Kev Mac. Oh Lord, here we Kev Mac videos. You know, is Kev in here? You know, this is for sure. Kev Mac videos. Open your soul. What is that? Open your soul, represent your ghetto. Kev Mac videos. That's how that, from the Diamooks to the Lokes to the oh shit. Kev Mac you gotta sing it like you cold. Kev Mac videos. You know this is for sure. Kev Mac video. You gotta sing it just like that, like you cold, like it's cold outside. Let me see. Yeah, shout out to Kev Mac though. Y'all check Kev Mac out. What did I just walk into? Oh, they got the little Kev Mac thing. Seeing Sean. As always, Kev Mac is one of my favorite YouTubers. Hey, listen, let me see. I'm always going for reactions. I'm going to watch DJ Ghost. For as far as like gang history for the West Coast, it's always going to be Kev Mac. My nigga Street News TV for Chicago, he locked up right now. Who else I be watching, man? Oh, shout out to Red Supreme. Let me give y'all the rundown. So this is what happened. Y'all get the likes up. Everybody hit the likes. The way that I found out that the sending limit is 17,500 is because I was in Red Supreme's live and I wanted to send him something, but I couldn't because for the month of November I had already sent, you know what I mean, the monthly limit. So that's why I couldn't send him. I couldn't send him nothing. And from, let's say, not saying no name, not bragging, not exalting myself, but like a little bit before the twins' birthday, from that time to now, if we just gonna include sending money to bank accounts and cash apps and all that shit combined from that time to now, right around like the all damn near 45,000, but about 44,000, which ain't shit. But if I put every because as you know, I don't celebrate birthdays, but people do. And of course, the twins, they had made 30 years old, and you know how that go. Let me see. I don't know what he talking about. I don't even know how my mods let that slide. I don't know what all this sucker talk like. Hold on, Buster. Did you ever get a chance to get down with Maroy before he passed? Me and Maroy used to talk, fam. Not gonna get too much into that. Of course, we had a misunderstanding, like right before he passed. But before that, we used to communicate all the time. I'm just not one of them people that after somebody passed, I'm about to like post all the text messages and the calls because there's a lot of things I did want to put out just to confirm things, but I just couldn't do that. He wasn't here to defend himself, so I didn't do all that, man. You know what I mean? Rest in love to Maroy. Y'all know if Maroy was still living, Maroy would be at least about 500, 600,000 subscribers deep, because the man was doing them interviews. Them interviews is big, man. And Too Real for TV would be like 500,000, 600,000 at least by now. That's just how I see it. Because Maroy was going outside of the pimping. He started interviewing people outside of the lifestyle. And see, when you do that, it ain't no telling where he was gonna go. Plus, Maroy was very intelligent. So I definitely could see if Maroy had got the chance to live, he definitely would have became a multi-millionaire, man. Seriously. Glad I caught this live at the beginning tonight. Can we get the things I saw in prison part 2? Not right now, man. Certain things I got until I get things finished out here. It's certain messages that I have that I know that's going to be big. So I wanted to just wait till the platform not only gets bigger, but when I have my citizenship and other things, man, you know, I just wanted to have certain things accomplished, man, but when I do bring it, yeah, that's going to be cool. But yeah, I'm going to save that. Because honestly, just keeping it real, I really shouldn't even gave part 1 as far as just on some audio shit, you know? I might even, matter of fact, I might even redo part 1 and then come back with the 2, 3, 4, and 5. Because when it come with the prison shit, man, I can go all day. I got too many stories, and there's too many people that did time with me that give you confirmation that sin is not lying. Because that's the one thing at my channel. I got people that know me from childhood. I got people that knew me when I got saved. I mean, prior to me getting saved. Then when I got saved. Then when I backslid. Then I got people that knew me in the pimp game. Then I got people that knew me from jail to prison. You know, then I knew people that knew me once I got out. So they all here at the channel to actually confirm the things that I'm saying. That's the difference. Yeah, like when I said Big Pretty, man, niggas text me like, Sin, I know you not lying. You know, I don't even want to talk about that nigga. I'm on some blessings right now. I'm not even trying to talk about Big Pretty. Yeah, niggas know I wasn't lying though. Right, Sepulveda the Prince, of course, he know me from the streets. Rob Bass, it ain't nobody in the comment section that probably know me better than Rob Bass. Rob knew me when I was a young minister. So, You know, like I said, it's people that know me. When you see Gilbert Francis, I forgot what is it. That was my cellie. That was my cellie in prison. He know I'm not lying. Hold on. I already know you've been hell on your, I can only imagine. Let me see. Big support. Appreciate that. Okay, well look, let's get them likes up. I want to really say some things. The previous message, of course, Sin was talking shit. Yeah, Sin was talking shit. I had to get that in. I had to remind niggas like, come on, man. That little money that you guys be counting in stories, man, the money that y'all bragging about, that's the shit I done gave away, man. Stop it. You know, I just had to talk. So if you want to hear me talking shit, you got to go to the Patreon. This one I'm going to start doing some teaching and some preaching and some reaching. And I'm going to be funny here and there. But if you want to hear Sin talking that shit, you got to go basically to video 1 on Patreon. Because that's just real shit. From the beginning to the 9th inning, that's one thing I can say about myself. That's one thing I can say about people like Freeze, Trophy. I mean, hell, man. I could even say that about TP. I could say that, oh my God. How could I forget YT? Rest in peace. You know what I mean? YT not only would give jugs, YT gonna let you in his house. You come over YT house, you're gonna see pimps there, Crips, Bloods. If you ain't got a place to stay, you're gonna go in YT place and see nothing but Max, pimps, and gangsters sleeping on the floor, the couch, everywhere. I've never seen a nigga that was just like that cool to just let the whole blade just be. You would just come to YT house and you'll see the whole blade sleeping over there. You know, you might go over YT house and knock a bitch. You know, I miss the homie, man. I wish he could see me now. You know what I mean? He got to see a little bit, but nah, I really wish he had his passport, man, that could come out here and just see certain things that I got on the way, that I'm doing and got on the way. But YT, man, yeah, he was a good nigga, man. He was big time, you know? He had a big heart. But yeah, let me just say this. You see the questions in the title. We gonna deal with that on tonight. Yes, I'm talking to people that's participants in my lifestyle, but I'm also talking to people outside of the lifestyle. And I'm asking you, are you even a blessing to yourself? You can't be a blessing to your family. You can't be a blessing to your children. You can't be a blessing to your friends. You can't be a blessing to the game. You can't be a blessing to none of that until you're a blessing to yourself. So let's start there first. Are you a blessing to yourself? Of course, I'm going to get into, you know, being a blessing, giving jugs and donating to charity and all of that. But I want to, you know, get it. Come on, brother. I'm talking about something serious. You talking about doing a review on some rappers that ain't even about this game. Get your mind right. Tell somebody and say, get your mind right. When you see Sin teaching and preaching this game, stop. Don't ask me no square ass shit like, hey, Sin, you think you can do a review on the rappers? Like, who gives a fuck at this time? I'm teaching this game, nigga. When you see me come through with this game, don't ask me no square ass shit about them rappers. Them rappers ain't this damn pimping. Them rappers be tricks and some more shit. They just go in the studio and talk about a lifestyle that they never lived, nigga. Now, getting back to this motherfucking game that I never left. You know, we could talk about all of the jugs and donating to charities and all of that and looking out for people. But my thing is, if you don't have a deposit of love, or if you're not making daily deposits of love in yourself every day, then how could you get a withdrawal? How could you give a withdrawal of love, you know what I mean, to anybody if you don't have a deposit of love within yourself? You can't be a blessing to nobody until you're a blessing to yourself. You got to be a blessing to yourself first. Amen. You can't give no withdrawal of love if there's no deposit within you. You got to have self-love, and you got to have it abundantly in order to give it to your family and your friends. You know, you got to be a blessing to yourself. Now, let's talk about, how to be a blessing to yourself. First of all, because I'm going to deal with this tomorrow with the ladies, many of you don't even know who you are. So, of course, it's kind of hard to love or to trust or to have confidence in somebody that you don't know. So you need to seek God. You need to really, go before God and find out, what is your purpose? Many of you are watching YouTube. You watching different people to try to find out some information pertaining to yourself. And that's always been the way of man. Man has always looked for something tangible, something fleshly, something physical that he could see, that he can touch, instead of basically going before the Almighty God. It kind of reminds me in 1 Samuel, when the children of Israel, they wanted a man as their king. Yahweh, God, wanted to be the children of Israel king, but they didn't want something that they couldn't see. So they told the prophet, get us a man, get us a flesh man, a man before us, a king. We don't want no something in the sky that we can't see and all of that. Man, come on, man. And that's just like y'all. You don't want to seek God. You don't want to sincerely, earnestly, on a daily go before God, seeking the kingdom of God, asking God sincerely, Lord, who am I? What is my gifts? What is my purpose? What is my destiny? What is my capabilities? Show me my individuality. Who am I? Am I just some individual that's just conforming to images and personalities around me or from television and things like that? Like, who am I? Some of you guys that's in the comment section, you in the streets endeavoring to knock your next hoe, get your next female, get your next woman, your next girlfriend. Some of you even asking God for a wife, and you don't even know who you are. How could you lead a woman? How could you be the presider over a woman and you don't even know who you are? You can't teach a woman no damn confidence, and you don't even have confidence in the person that you don't even know. You got to know who you are. Some of y'all remember a live that I did, and a young man got on there and he was like, I need some game, P. And he was just chopping, he was just putting all the syllables together, and he was talking all of this pimping. But when I simply asked him, do you know who you are? He went from speaking fluently to sounding as if he had a speech impediment. All because he didn't know how to answer that question. Do you know who you are? Do you know you? Even with this game, are you just memorizing words that you're mesmerized by from some person that, you're infatuated with? Do you know who you are? Some of you women, you looking for a man to lead and guide you. And you blind, so you only gonna attract the blind. If God don't do nothing miraculous, you blind, so you just walking around in a toxic environment around toxic people. What you think you about to get into? You don't even know who you are. You don't have no value for self. You don't have no confidence in self. You don't even know who the hell you are. That's why some of y'all go to get involved. That's why so many women are involved in cults right now. They get involved in a cult. They go to a religion because they're trying to find themselves. That's why they always stay choosing. You know what I mean? They trying to, who the hell am I? They trying to find themselves in a man, in a religion, in sex, in drugs, and food, and they're trying to find themselves. They don't know who the hell they are. They don't know their identity. Now, on a deeper note, I'm not trying to make this deeper. I'm not even going to go there. I appreciate that, Rob. Blessings to you, bro. As you know, we've been robbed of our history. So that explain things as a collective, why blacks especially, and we're not the only ones. Of course, blacks, of course, we talk about ourselves, but we're not the only ones that don't know our history, But just to focus on us tonight, just to shine that light there, we don't. So, of course, you know what I mean? They be like, man, how come they excelling? How come them other people, achieving this and obtaining this and they're successful in that? It's simply because they know who the fuck they are. You take one child that's raised to believe that he's a child of God, he's brilliant. If he's told that his mind is infinite, if he's told that he's chosen, if he's told that, he's a royal priesthood. Look at how the Jewish people brought up. The so-called Jewish children, they're brought up to believe that they are the chosen people of God. Their children are trained to think that. As the scripture says, as a man thinketh, so is he. So if a child is raised to believe that I'm great, that I'm blessed, that I'm chosen, you know what I mean? That I could achieve anything. My father, my grandfather, my great-grandfather, I have greatness in me. It's greatness in my blood. It's greatness in my DNA. God is with me. God is with my people. Now, you could debate on whether it's true or not. You could say, oh, they're not the people of God because I got irrefutable historic facts. But you can't say that to a child that was raised in a home and it was embedded in him as a child. This is what you are. When you read the Bible, that's the tribe you come from. Yup. You see Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob? Yes. Okay, see Jacob gave birth to them 12 tribes? Yes. Okay, you come from the tribe of Judah. Just imagine a child being trained up to think that all of these great prophets and kings and apostles, evangelists, these are people that's in his bloodline. What do you think he's going to manifest? As a man thinketh, so is he. If you train up a child, to think that, yeah, this is you. This is your history. This is what we achieved in our family. You can't do anything less than that. It's in you to be great. So with that being said, they know themselves. Now, when you take a child that's raised in poverty, that his family, they don't know themselves. His father don't know himself. Mama don't know himself. He's a young black boy being raised in the ghetto. He think he's a failure. He think he's stupid. He think he's dumb. He thinks he's a Gentile. He thinks that he's a nigger. He thinks that he's predestined to be killed or be in somebody's jail. As a man thinketh, so is he. So unless God does something miraculous, he's going to pretty much fulfill what he was taught or what he believes. He's mentally already defeated. Some of you can't be a blessing to yourselves because of the mindset that you have. You have a defeated mindset. Anytime somebody, let me say that. Anytime somebody say something positive or empowering or encouraging to you, you always got something negative to say. I know some people like that. Do you know some people like that? That when you give them a compliment, they hurry up and try to kill the positive compliment or kill any type of spirit of positivity, and they just come right back with negativity. You could tell them they're attractive. You could tell them they fine. You could tell them they're intelligent. You could tell them they're articulate. And they will find some kind of way to turn what you said that was positive into negative. Shout out to Paulina. Hey, baby. I know so many people like that. And it ain't just women either. We can't just put this. I see people always putting that on women. No, I know some niggas like that too. You can sit up there and say, good morning. What's good about it, man? Shit, ain't nothing, man. Do you understand that it be certain people, when I see my phone ring, I don't even want to pick up, because I know that it's a spirit of negativity with you. It's drama with you. You have a spirit of drama. You have a spirit of negativity. Not being, not trying to bring up old things, but that's just to keep it 100. A person that I used to, fellowship with, that's how he was. Every time he called me, it was just always a Wendy Williams show. And I used to think to myself, God damn, no wonder this man's life is not prosperous, because he got all type of cancerous thoughts. And when you have cancerous thoughts, you produce nothing but results of cancer. When you have cancerous thoughts, you will have nothing but cancer results. Results of cancer. Because your thoughts are cancerous. It's sickening. You're a man and you're always thinking about gossip. You're a man and you're always, you're a male professing to be a man, and you think about the most negative things. And I expect, females to be like that, but I've dealt with some guys, hey man, come on, man. We about to go over here, man, and Borders right quick, pick up some books and things. Go ahead and put some words in that arsenal, man. You holus and dolus right now, but that's the best definition of temporary, man. You might as well go ahead and put some words, together, man, in your head, man. Get that arsenal ready, man, because that interview is coming. That bitch with that 10,000, that 20,000, 50,000 choosing fee, man, it's coming, man. We speaking it in existence. Oh, man, I hear you people. Nah, man, man, these bitches today, man, the game today, man, so sad. The game today is so fucked up. Hey, man, the game ain't fucked up, man. You know what I mean? We seen some people in it. No, P, I'm trying to tell you, the game fucked up. Like, ugh. Just look at the conversation. I don't even indulge in those conversations. When I even see them old niggas doing interviews talking about the game is fucked up and the game is stopped and the game is over, the game is not over. Your run is over. You didn't know how to adapt, nigga. You didn't know how to reinvent yourself. As the great, incomparable Andre Taylor taught, you didn't know how to reinvent your motherfucking self. You still stuck in your run in the 80s and the 90s and shit. Early 2000s. Nigga, we 2021 going into 2022. Where you at? Get your mind right. I know people like that. They're just mentally fucked up. You going there, you going on a mental safari and you going through the vehicle, you driving in the vehicle called Listen, and you're trying to find, you're trying to find Common Sense Boulevard. You're trying to find, Encouraged Avenue, and it's just nowhere to be found. You coming up with all these motivational speeches and they always shooting it down. Come on, P, man. It's time to go ahead and lift them weights, man. Come on now. It's the 1st of December, baby. 1st of December, man, 2021, baby. Come on. That June of 2022, 2 seconds away, baby. Come on. Put the KFC down. Put the Popeyes down, baby. Time to put the weights up. Let's get to it. Oh, man. I wish I could, man, but, man, my back bothering me, man. And plus, man, the way these faggot-ass bitches acting now, you know what I'm saying? It's like, man, is it even worth it? Listen, after a while, I'm going to be 100 with you. I'm going to keep pulling on you and keep pulling on you and keep pulling for you and keep reaching for you. But when the spirit of wisdom, when the game say he want to stay like that, I'm going to leave you alone. Because you got some people that are not only you're not a blessing to yourself, and you don't want to be a blessing to yourself. I taught that many of you that you are your best campaign. I've been saying that you are your best campaign. Even though I say that to the young pimps, and I'm also talking to the women in the lifestyle, even for people that's outside of the lifestyle, you can take that. You are your best campaign. Whether you're living a life of spirituality or carnality, reality is you're your best campaign. It's not your house. It's not your jewelry. It's not none of your materialistic things. It's you. You could achieve more in that lifestyle that you're living if you made sacrifices to eat healthy and work out. Some of you going to write a book, or you want to sell a book. Well, don't you know that when you're selling a book, you know what I mean, it's better to sell a book when you're looking good? I remember Busta Rhymes say, yeah, you know, I had to go ahead and drop, you know what I mean, 40 pounds on them. Hurry up and get in shape. I can't be fat, you know what I mean, trying to sell an album. Whenever you are trying to sell something, the best way for you to sell it is you looking good. You are your best campaign. I know some people, they got all the materialistic things, but they don't look good. They look terrible. So it don't even matter about the jewelry or the suit or the car that they driving in. By them looking a goddamn fool, it don't even matter. If you going live and you got 3 pancakes for a knack, you got 3 knacks, when you talk, your knack is moving, or you can't even button your fucking shirt because your knat is fat as fuck, it don't matter about the jewelry you got on. You look like you about to die. It don't matter the car that you driving in. You're not being a blessing to yourself. It don't matter about the rings and watch that you have on. These bitches be wanting, a lot of them be wanting to fuck. And they look at you and be like, this nigga can't fuck. Especially young ones. Now the older ones with some sense, you know, if they just looking for security, they might try to look past that. But for a little young horny thing, or somebody that's still active and attractive, she look at you like, I can't be with nobody like that. And it could even be a woman with sense. If she's in the gym constantly, she's gonna say, I don't want to be involved with a man that don't got no discipline. What the fuck I look like? I'm showing discipline every day. I'm showing discipline in the gym. Even a lot of times when I don't want to go to the gym, I don't feel like working out, I get my motherfucking ass out to bed and get to it. And you mean to tell me I'm gonna be with a man that don't have that type of discipline? I can't do it. I know he's financially cool, but no, I wouldn't be happy with someone who's not disciplined. I can't do it. He's not being a blessing to himself, so he can't be a blessing to me. Are you a blessing to yourself, or are you killing yourself? Now think about what I just said. If you have no knowledge of self, there's things that you could do to find out to have knowledge of self. I gave you the spiritual aspect as far as seeking God, but everybody don't believe in God. So that means that you can go on a history, you can research the history of your family, you know, get into some genealogy research and find out. So you could get some knowledge about where you come from, the history of your family. You know, who are you a descendant of? You can study that. And you might discover that you related to some kings. You might find out that you related to some queens. You might find out that you related to some prophets. You know, and that it might inspire you. So you need to find out. You need to do some research. And that's right. Whether you believe in the Most High or not, you still need to do some research, because the scripture said, study to show thyself approved unto God. Amen. So you need to still study. You need to be knowledgeable about where you come from. Knowledge of self. Because when you're ignorant concerning yourself, anybody and everybody can tell you any motherfucking thing. If you have no knowledge of self, you would be just like these idiots. I'm just gonna speak 2 seconds on it. I'll speak later on it on another occasion. But look, you'll be just like many of these idiots going to different dating coaches, paying $500, $1,000 to talk to a trick. Now here you is, a low self-esteem guy with no knowledge of self, and now you're paying a trick $500 for him to give you game, for him to teach you. You paying a client to make you a giant. Question, does that make sense to you? You're paying a client to give you advice to being a giant. Those guys at Fresh and Fit, the guys that watch that and actually look at that for some gain, it's because they have no knowledge of self. So when you have no knowledge of self, you will even look at individuals that's just as fucked up as you. And see, if you had some game about yourself, if you had any discernment, you would be able to see that they more fucked up than you. But you can't see that because you have no knowledge of self, you have no game, you have no discernment, you don't have that. So you end up paying clients because they're on YouTube pretending to be giants. When I look at Fresh and Fit, I see 2 tricks. I don't see 2 gamed up individuals that should be teaching young men really anything. But I'm not, that's their hustle. Finding gameless young men and, you know what I mean, and breaking on them. Wow. But do you see, this is my point. This is what ignorance leads to. Ignorance, knowledge, when you don't have knowledge of self, anybody can tell you anything and break you for everything because you know nothing about yourself. And so if somebody can tell you some shit, and you be like, ooh, this is game. When you ain't doing nothing but looking at 2 tricks with a nice presentation. They got some nice equipment around, but they're not talking about anything. There's no game being ministered at all. But once again, these guys will become very rich, and they're going to continue to get rich because there's always going to be a population of males out there with no knowledge of self. So when you have a population of guys who have no knowledge of self, that equals wealth for a con artist. You see how dangerous it is to be ignorant concerning yourself? Amen. Get it together. Now, I gave you 2 things that you could do, of course, to gain knowledge of self, because you can't be a blessing to yourself and you don't even know who the fuck you are. You know what I mean? How you gonna be a blessing to somebody you don't know? How you gonna be confident in somebody you don't know? You know? And let me just slide this to the ladies. I dare y'all to ask that question. That's a question I know that don't even come up because many of you are scared to ask that question within an interview with a guy that's professing to be a pimp, or he want to be your man or something like that. When you talking to him, ask him, do you know who you are? He might even stumble and fumble over his words or just go to complete silent, or he might try to get arrogant. Of course I know who I am. Oh, well, who are you? And ask and let him see if he can go into detail. Many will not. And bitch, that will answer your question. Why in the fuck would you allow somebody that don't know themselves to be your leader? How he gonna guide you? How he gonna teach you? How he gonna reach you? How he gonna lift you up where you belong when that nigga don't even know where he belong? He telling you to choose and he ain't even chose himself. He trying to get you to choose him and he don't even know him. He don't even know himself. Oh my God, this is going on every day. Niggas is trying to get chose. Choose me, baby, choose me. And he just imagine that. A bunch of guys that don't even know themselves riding around or getting in the broad's face. He don't even know his goddamn self, but he want the bitch to choose somebody that he don't even know. That's comedy. Come on, man, hit that like button. Let's get them likes over 400. Everybody hit that like button. So again, I say, are you a blessing to yourself? Let me just touch that physical again. Hey, check this out. I'm just going to give it to you in the raw. I don't know you guys' spiritual beliefs. I don't. But one thing I will say, in the Word of God, it teaches that bodily exercise profit a little. The scripture teaches that bodily exercise profit a little. So somebody might say, oh man, they say that it profit a little. Right, but it says that it profits. Appreciate that 50, brother. Fee game is going to cost to apply. Hit that like button. Roberto, thank you. I appreciate that. Blessings to you, brother. You know, Thunder Beach, appreciate that dollar. Good looking. You know, but it says that bodily exercise profit a little. Amen. Your body is the temple of God. Your body is the artwork of God. Amen. Your body is a reflection of your mind. Oh, my Lord. Your body, you know, touch somebody and say, some of us still fucked up and some of us had a fucked up mind in times past. Amen. Your body is a reflection of your mind. Touch somebody. I know some of y'all thinking like, damn, my mind is fucked up. You know, your mind is fucked up. Your body is a reflection of your mind. If you was taking care of your mind, you would be taking care of your body. Let me give you an example. I used to love orange juice. Anybody that know me know that I love orange juice. Orange juice is just, man, it's my thing. Orange juice and pineapple juice. I love, man, orange juice, pineapple juice, right? But when I found out that all of that motherfucking, that other shit, that's what I call that sugar. That other shit. Anything that's not natural sugar is that other shit. Some of y'all putting that other shit in your body. Appreciate that 5, brother. Good looking. Some of y'all putting that other shit in your body. Touch somebody and say, are you putting that other shit in your body? It's good that you eating fruit. Now, if you eating fruit, that's natural sugar. The body can digest that. The body gonna fuck with natural sugar. You can eat fruit. Don't try to deceive yourself or justify why you're not eating fruit. No, eat your damn fruit. But when you eating all of this candy and when you drinking all this liquid that got all this damn, you know what I mean, that other shit, you know, in it, you fucking up your erection. You're not being a blessing to yourself. And so now I'm about to get into the relationship side of things. If you call yourself a husband, or you call yourself a boyfriend, or you call yourself a pimp, whatever relationship, D-boy, whatever relationship that you are in with a woman or a group of women, there will come a time when that woman desires to have sex with you. And when you can't get it up, or when you do get it up, you know, it's not strong. It's a weak erection because you haven't been taking care of yourself. You haven't been loving yourself. You haven't been putting love in your body. You've been putting a bunch of hatred and your destruction in your, that other shit in your body. You know, you can't be a blessing to your woman. You can't be a blessing to your women because you've been putting that bullshit in your body. You can't, listen, let me tell you something. Some of y'all, the devil getting you for cheap. Some of y'all gonna go to a hell on a scholarship for nothing. You're not even having good times in the pussy. You're not even doing your thing in the pussy because you can't. You're not in shape to. You're not acquainted with the pussy. You can't even, you know, do your thing and reside in the bag, you know, when it's time because, you know what I mean, it's not, you can't. You're not physically equipped. You got niggas that's $5 plus tax. You know what I mean? Now, if you 5'6", you know what I mean, and you over 500 pounds, you know what I mean? You might, can talk that shit to somebody else, but man, you're not tearing no pussy up, man. Stop it. You're not tearing, man, you breaking bones, man. Man, you hurting that woman, man. Get off of her, man. You hurting that woman, man. Yeah, I take PayPal. You know what I mean? You hurting that woman. Everybody hit that like button. Get them likes up over 400. You hurting that woman, man. Got your big ass on that little ass bitch. Some of y'all got some dainty women. Some of y'all like petite, dainty women with little booties and little titties. You got the little titties, the little asses. Hey, man, you hurting that bitch. Touch somebody and say, hey, man, you hurting that bitch. You think that you tearing up some pussy like, oh, Sam don't know what the fuck he talking about, man. My woman, she be screaming and hollering. She's screaming and hollering because you on top of her. She's screaming and hollering, you understand me, because you sitting over there moving and gyrating on top of her. And she can't breathe. That's why she hollering and screaming. Cause she can't breathe. You in the pussy just thinking you tearing it up. Cold part about it is you ain't even in the pussy. You ain't even in the pussy. Your stomach in there. And she just, and you just think you tearing something up. You're not tearing nothing up. You're not being a blessing to yourself, son. Now just imagine, and let me also say this. It don't matter what the size of your equipment is. Oh, let's talk tonight. It don't matter what the size of your equipment is. You can have a 10-inch dick. But if you damn near 500 pounds, over 500 pounds, it don't matter. It does not matter. Some of you ain't, can we just talk tonight? Some of you ain't seen your dick. You understand me? Since your dick seen you. You ain't seen your dick in a minute. Like, God damn. Oh, there go that motherfucker. What's happening, man? Shit, my nigga. Come on, man. You're not loving yourself. You're not being a blessing to yourself. You're not being a blessing to your woman. You're not being a blessing to your women. And let me just speak this as far as in the pimp game. So many of you are treating hoes like they're less than women. Let me remind you that they still women. They still women, man. They still want something nice and strong and thick inside of them. Can I get a witness, ladies? They still want something strong and thick, you know what I mean, to sit up there and come in, when it's time to enter. And see, when you putting smoking, and then some of y'all not only out of shape with what you eat, you got the nerve to be smoking. You smoking cigarette. Look at the numbers dropping. All them fat ass niggas leaving. Like, man, this nigga hurt my feelings. All there ain't nothing but big ass niggas leaving. And then them niggas like, man, I'm not giving that nigga no cash app tonight. That nigga ain't getting no super chat tonight. Fuck that nigga. Seeing and sit up there and lost weight. Now he want to sit up there and act different. Nigga, it was 2 seconds ago, nigga. You was sitting over there doing the chub rock. Nigga, 2 seconds ago, nigga, you was doing the big shug. Always into something. You know what I mean? Nigga, it was you, nigga. Now he don't want to be cool no more. I told y'all, man, especially when I come back, man, I'm on some bullshit. Not just with you niggas, but with you bitches. Oh, man. If you ever want to see arrogance manifested, oh, my God. Y'all done fucked up. You bitches done sit up there and allowed me to make legal money and lose weight and get in shape, and I'm growing my hair. Oh, yeah, bitch, it's on. It's on. It's on. Shout out to my ex-hoes. It's on. You know what I mean? It's on. But getting back, you got the nerve to smoke cigarettes and you eating gyros, Italian beef sandwiches. You know what I mean? Why? Why are you eating Italian beef sandwiches and gyros and steak sandwiches and you smoking cigarettes? It don't make sense. And you damn near doing this shit every day. That's crazy. Niggas out here eating gym shoes. You gotta be from the shop to know what I'm talking about. You gotta be from the shop to know what I'm talking about. Some of y'all in the Midwest, you in Chicago, and you eating gym shoes. You eating gyros. You eating Popeyes. You eating KFC. You eating all of this shit, and you smoking cigarettes. Oh my God. Let me say this. I'm so thankful for Freeze helped me get off them cigarettes. Blessings to the game. Man, blessings to my brother. That's what I mean. Being a blessing. He stopped smoking cigarettes because a man was being a blessing to him. Freeze don't be smoking. You know what I mean? So because Freeze don't be smoking, you know what I mean? He was encouraged to stop smoking. He stopped smoking because he seen Freeze being a blessing. So because he seen Freeze being a blessing, he said, man, let me stop smoking. You know what I mean? Let me stop. That's called being a blessing to somebody. But let me just tell you guys this: in your 20s or you in your early 30s, you playing now, but you gonna pay later. You playing now, but you gonna pay later. And what I mean by that is, if you're smoking cigarettes or you just constantly smoking, you smoking weed, you eating bullshit, and you constantly putting that in your body, many of you, before you reach the age of 40 years old, you know what I mean? You just, man, it's going to be fucked up for you. You know, how did Freeze stop? Freeze never smoked no damn cigarettes. Man, man, I can't answer none of these dumb ass questions. Man, Freeze don't smoke no cigarette. I've never been high. I've never been drunk. I tasted some Jack Daniels when I was a little boy, and that's all I needed to do. I didn't need nobody to preach and teach to me. I was 9 years old, man. I'd sit up there, you understand me, and tasted some Jack Daniels. I was like, man, what the hell they bragging about? What the fuck? This what y'all sitting over there screaming about? This is the shit that people be testifying in church, talking about God delivered me from drinking. I was drinking people under the table. I was drinking that good rum. I was like, this is what they talking about? I said, this stink. This ain't no good. Listen, my grandmother in her house, you know what I mean, in the basement, it was a bar. And one day my grandmother was gone. I went in that basement. I seen Jack Daniels. She had some Crown Royal up in there. Whole bunch of Jet magazines that I should have kept. Oh my God. She had all the Jet magazines. My grandmother even had Fluky's son, you know, Willie the Wimp, his funeral. That's how old them Jets was. I wish I still had them. But make a long story short, after I tasted that Jack Daniels, I was like, man, ugh. So, okay, check it out. Fast forward. We outside. I'm outside with the Moes. We playing basketball and things like that. One of the Moes sit up there, Ronnie sit up there, you understand me, and pull out a cigarette. They like, man, Phil, you want some? You want some of this, man? I like, nah. They're like, come on, man, stop being a damn square. I like, man, that shit stink. I like, let me see. Man, I took one little puff of that, man. I was like, man, what, do y'all just do this just to say you could do this? Man, this is nasty. So I think it was really God protecting me. And plus, you know, you got to understand that, you know, my father, that's what took him out the pimp game. My father got started, you know what I mean, getting high and shit. You know, so God really protected me. Now, one thing I will tell you that I did like, And it's by the mercies of God that I didn't get hooked. I think I told y'all this before. But when I was in New Orleans, I'll never forget. Nice was out. Nice, he sat up there and was knocked out because he always used to, he'd have one of them downers, you know what I mean? And sometimes he had some syrup. But one time, he had some syrup up. He had some syrup just left out. He had the Jolly Ranchers. And I was just, you know what I mean? I'm just bored. The hose is down and everything like that. Because all we used to do, man, sometime we'd come back. If we didn't go to New Orleans, we'd just stay in Baton Rouge. And Baton Rouge was, you know, man, it had some good hole in the walls, but after a certain time, everything closed down, right? So, just out of curiosity, man, I sat up there, man, and tasted that syrup. I said, damn, this shit good than a motherfucker. Man, listen, I started drinking a little of that syrup. I said, man, I should have been drinking this shit. This shit good. Nigga, this is bomb. This syrup is the shit. Man, no wonder this nigga just be sitting over there just drinking this shit, man, and going to bed. Man, I see why these niggas be loving this syrup. This shit tastes good than a motherfucker. So, I sat up there, y'all gonna laugh at me. Tell somebody and say, seeing fat ass. Just get ready, say, seeing fat ass. Oh, fat ass seeing with this fat ass shit. Do you know? Because I had one of them, we had went to a spot, I got one of them chicken dinners. And I had two white breads. Touch somebody and say 2 white breads. And I took that syrup. Do you know that I took some of that syrup? Touch somebody, you got to say it right. I took some of that syrup. And do you know that I took some of that syrup and I poured it, you understand me, on some of that white bread? And I tasted that syrup on the white bread. And that shit was good than a motherfucker. Hey, check it out. It's only by the mercies of God, man, that I didn't start fucking with that syrup, man. You know, because I said, no, I can't be doing that. Because I seen the effect that it had on Nice. And I said, no, I can't, that ain't pimpish. Because Nice used to be so, man, listen, Nice would be so fucked up off the syrup and fuck with them downers and all that shit. He used to be so fucked up that bitches would be fighting each other, arguing, all in the hallway, in the hotel room, all of that type of shit. And I'm sitting over there waking this nigga up like, P, your hoes sitting over there, you understand me? They fighting. And this nigga got one eye open and one eye closed. I'm like, nigga, get your ugly ass up. Them bitches gonna get us kicked out. And he just could not get up. So now I was like, And then I was like, if it make you act slow and we in a fast lane, if you in the streets and you living in a fast lane, why would you put anything in your body that'll slow you down? It just didn't make sense. So even though it tasted good, God blessed me with enough common sense to not do that. That was my first time and last time. But I will admit, it did taste good. But it's by the mercies of God. God said, nope, I'm going to protect him from that. Nope, not going to have him all out here on that syrup. But yes, that shit was good, man. Now that I can't admit. Another strange thing about me before I get back in my message, as a little kid, I always liked the smell of weed in the gas station. I know y'all gonna be like, this weird ass nigga. But when I was a little kid, yes, I loved the smell of weed, even though I don't smoke weed, never got high before, but it was certain weed that I did like that smelled good. And I do like, when I was a kid, I used to like the smell of the gas station. I just got to keep it real. I know you're going to be like, man, this nigga strange than the motherfucker, but yeah, it's true, you know? So it's a lot of things that I could have got in, but God just spared my motherfucking black ass. That's all, you know? Baby, just say the gas station. That just sounds so nasty. I like the smell of gas. Like, No, that that don't sound right. But I know what you mean. I like the smell of gas. Like, no, I don't like. No, no, no. Just you know what I'm talking about. But just the way that come off, you know what I mean? Like you just get you in a house full of motherfuckers that just farting and you just run into it. Like, no, no, no. We not on that. We tell somebody and say we not on that. We not on that. You know. But the smell of cigarettes, especially now, I hate it. Even certain hoes, when they used to smoke cigarettes, and you try to act like it ain't affecting you, but it is. I don't want no bitch sitting over there sucking my dick, man, and she smokes cigarettes. I don't like that cigarette residue on my dick. I don't like no bitch sitting over there trying to be all up on me either, smelling like cigarettes. Her hair smell like cigarettes. Her clothes smell like cigarettes. It's like, ugh. Even, I'm going to be 100. Even, especially, now certain smells of weed, yeah. But most of y'all be having that stank. And that weed is just all in your clothes and all of that type of shit. And then you trying to be up on me. I ain't gonna put certain new colognes that I got. I'm over here smelling all good and shit. And you want to be all on a pimp. Smelling like weed or cigarettes and shit. Like, no, not I said the pimp. Like, no, I'm good on that. I'm cool on it. But are you being a blessing to your woman? Woman, are you being a blessing to your man? Let's talk about it. Because some of y'all really got that mindset that a man supposed to just accept you the way that you are. And I'm just going to tell you the truth. Of course, Kevin Samuels and all of them, they didn't got famous and shit. But seeing been telling you this, and not just that, they be kind of like being nice. Like Kev is nice with it. Sin gonna tell you that you look a damn fool. Amen. Praise God. Some of y'all look a damn fool. See, that's why maybe I need to just get a little bit, but I don't need to be too big where I can't tell y'all look a damn fool. Sometimes you need that. You need somebody to come in the spirit of simplicity and say, hey, you look a damn fool. Not try to fix it up like, ma'am, there's certain things that you could do. Listen, hey, bitch, you look a damn fool. Yeah, Kev always shout me out. I'm shouting him out too. Kev, he real with that. He didn't sit up there and blew up over 1 million, and he still be shouting out channels that ain't even touch 100,000, 50,000, 20,000, 10,000. You know what I mean? Good dude, man. But because of his audience, he got to fix things up and shit. I ain't trying to fix things up. You know what I mean? Bitch, you look a damn fool. You look a fool. Some of you look a fool. You can't be a blessing to your man and you sitting over there, you not being a blessing to yourself. You putting destruction in your body. I had to check one of my family members not too long ago. I said, man, you too beautiful to be out of shape. You remember how you used to look when you was in school? You didn't have a baby and you just let yourself go. Oh my God. I'm just telling you the truth. You my loved one. I got to give it to you like it is. Ever since you had that baby, man, you know what I mean? Man, you just looking a fool. I just didn't want to tell you it was your birthday. And you had posted that shit on Instagram and everybody was in the comment section lying to you, talking about something, you look good. They was like, happy birthday. And I'm just like, damn, like, you looking terrible, man. I just didn't want to tell you in the comment section because you my family and everything, but you really posted that picture like people didn't have eyes and shit. Like, you just cannot just gain damn near, you understand me, 200 pounds and just post this picture like, oh, girl, you so beautiful, you look good. No, you don't. You my family, I love you, but bitch, you look a fool. You got to get this shit together. Amen. Grandmama used to say, we living in our last days. Why would you be in your last days looking like this? Like, you got to get this shit together, man. And I noticed that when y'all let yourselves go and shit, you could always tell when a bitch knows she didn't let herself go too, just by the niggas she started fucking with. You know what I mean? Now, when she was fly, in shape, doing her thing, hair always done, nails always done, you know what I mean? Was messing with, people that was up to par. But now that you done let yourself go and you looking a fool, you know what I mean? Like, man, your value didn't drop. So you fucking with, you know what I mean? A goofy that ain't got shit going on. Motherfuckers calling me, asking me for money. I said, damn, ain't you in a relationship? Yeah. I'm in my mind like, okay, so, but you in a relationship, but what does he do? Oh, he an entrepreneur. That was the first thing that thought of. Yeah, this nigga broke. Whenever a bitch tell you that her man is an entrepreneur, 9 out of 10, he broke. He broke. You know what I'm saying? In other words, he over there eating up all the kids' Capri Suns. He sitting over there eating pussy and fucking her and driving her car when she go to work and playing video games at the house. That nigga ain't doing a goddamn thing, man. You know? I'm keeping it 100. He's sitting over there eating pussy and fucking the shit out of her, you know what I mean, for a place to stay. It's cold outside. Now on the West Coast, y'all might do, but in Chicago and the Midwest, when it's cold outside, you gonna have to get you a big bitch. If you don't got, you know what I mean, a bitch that, you know what I mean, is up to par, to look good, you know what I mean, niggas know. And man, I always said it. Niggas know they can always grab them a big bitch. All you gotta do is walk up and down Walmart all day. You gonna find you a big bitch to go home with. She gonna take care of you on Chief. You know what I mean? She's going to take care of you. Seriously, for all you homeless ass niggas that's listening like, damn, P always giving good game. All you gotta do is go to Walmart. I promise you, if you stay posted in Walmart, you are going to find the perfect fat bitch to take care of you. You're gonna be able to go home, eat all of the meals, get your dick sucked if that's what you want. You know what I'm saying? Look at all these niggas like, man, I'm about to go to Walmart right now. I'm pulling up. You know? I'm telling you, ain't nowhere in the world you homeless. Only way that I could think of is if you like, you gotta be like hideous looking or you just so fucking fat that it's like, I don't know, but if you look like a human being, and especially if you like in shape and you fucked up right now, nigga ain't gonna be fucked up staying in Walmart. Sucker repellent, good looking, man, appreciate that 20. All the nigga gotta do is go to Walmart. He gonna knock him a fat bitch for sure. For sure. Come on, man. Niggas know I'm not right. All facts, man. Niggas know I'm telling the truth. She about to sit up there, you know what I mean, take you back home. You know, give her a little sob ass story. You know she getting ready to get that tax refund in a little bit. You know what I mean? That's gonna put a nigga back on his feet and shit. After nigga get that tax refund and shit, nigga start acting different, you know? Why you don't pick up your phone no more? Ever since I gave you my tax refund, you ain't pick up the phone no more. Like, bitch, I've been busy, man. Stop hitting I told you about calling my phone unannounced. Like, bitch, you gotta announce when you call me, bitch. Text me first. Don't be sitting over there just call. You don't know what the fuck I got going on. You know what I mean? What's wrong with you? Don't call my phone unannounced. You know? But seriously, when you're not taking care of yourself, in other words, when you're not loving yourself, you're setting yourself up to get taken advantage of. When you don't love yourself, you're putting yourself in position for people to manipulate you. They're gonna do it regardless, but especially when you're not loving yourself. When you're in the spirit of depression and you looking like you in need of a blessing, anybody and everybody can put on an Oscar Award performance and charm and disarm you. You know what I mean? Out your motherfucking currency and pussy. Because you're not on key. You're not on your purpose. You're not on point right now. You're lost in the sauce. And you eating steak with too much applesauce. You come on, get it together. Amen. When you allow yourself as a woman to become a beast of the field, Now, it's one thing to look at a nigga and say, my nigga, you eating too much, get it together. You know, sometimes niggas be eating, so you know, some niggas be eating all of it. But when you a grown ass woman and you built like a man, you shouldn't be built like no man. Seriously. And that's another thing, Kevin Samuels they be complaining what Kevin be saying. I was like, God damn, I know they would call me gay and wish murder on me for the things that I say, because I think he be being nice. Because some of you bitches is built like Reggie White. Some of you bitches is built like Lawrence Taylor in his 4th year with the Giants. That's true. What are you talking about? Bitch, you are the size of an animal. And you talking about you waiting on God to bless you with a man. Bitch, how? God ain't gonna bless you with no man. Maybe the man built like me. You bitches want a man that's built like you, because by you having a nigga that's out of shape, you're not compelled to be your best. By you not loving yourself, you attract other individuals that don't love themselves, and now you got 2 motherfuckers that don't love themselves. Hello, some of y'all in that shit right now. You got 2 motherfuckers that don't love themselves, just looking stupid. She don't want you to lose no weight, nigga. Cause if you sit up there and get on your shit and start loving yourself, you'll start realizing like, man, how did I end up in this situation? How did I end up with this bitch? Man, I'm too fly for this shit. The fuck? Man, this is the 100. Do you love yourself? Some of you, if you loved yourself, you wouldn't be in the situationships and the battleships that you in, that you deceived yourself into thinking that it's a relationship. You wouldn't be in that. Look at the way black people be talking about, I like toxic. I can't lie. You like toxic because you don't love yourself. That don't even go together. A person that love themselves, but you in something toxic. No. Self-love prevents you from getting into anything that's toxic. That don't even go together. The scripture says, how can 2 walk together except they be agreed? How are you loving yourself, loving God, in the will of God, or just even loving yourself? And let me say this to the women. When you getting in shape, you're not getting in shape for no goddamn man. You getting in shape for yourself. And by you loving yourself, you can love you so much that now everybody want to love you with you. But you need to love your goddamn self for yourself. You need to live for yourself. I'm not saying that the man is not a necessity. No, I'm not saying that you're not going to want a man. But what I am saying is, get some self-love. Do it for you. Work out because you want to look good. Work out because you're tired of putting your stomach inside your pants, baby. You're in your 20s and you're dressing like you're in your 50s. Hello. You're in your early 20s and you're already putting your stomach inside your pants. Touch somebody and say, that's not it. Touch somebody and say, God did not call you to put your stomach in your pants. Oh, Lord. You're not supposed to put your stomach in your pants, baby. Why are you putting your stomach in it don't belong there. Touch somebody and say your stomach don't belong there. Get your stomach out your pants, baby. Why the fuck you got your stomach in your pants? Hey, I can call Freeze right now, and I guarantee you he gonna tell you, you know what I mean? Like, what's something that irritate me that bitches do? And that's gonna be one of the first things that come out of his mouth. He gonna tell you, like, Sin can't stand that shit. I can't stand it. That's something that the old folks do. Now, when you get old and washed up, I understand. But when you in your youth, no. Now, if you thin and you do it, okay, then maybe you just, doing it for whatever purpose. But it just looks so fucked up. Justin, I appreciate that. It just looks so fucked up for you to take your Dr. Robotnik stomach and you put it inside your pants. Get it out of there. I want you to speak to your stomach right now. Get it out of there. The game is speaking to me right now, telling you to get it out of there. Stop going out in public and your stomach is in your pants. I can't stand that shit. Boy, that shit look terrible as a woman. You got your stomach in your goddamn pants. Bitch. Ugh. Man, listen. I got into an argument. Please don't laugh at me. But this bitch wasn't even big like that, but she did have a gut. Had big ass titties, had a decent sized ass. It really was like one of them widescreen booties. You niggas know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean by widescreen booty. You know what I mean? She got a little weight on it, but it needs to be perfected. But it's really one of them widescreen booties that ain't really got no weight on it. Touch somebody and say it don't really got weight on it like that. Put some weight on it. Put some weight. Touch somebody and say put some weight on it. And we got into an argument one night because as she's getting ready, you know what I mean? All of us, we all in the living room and shit watching TV. And she come in there in the living room with everybody. It's me, my hoes. I had my pee partner was with me at the time. She come up in there and her stomach is in her pants. Nigga. I'm trying, see, because anybody that know me, I don't embarrass a woman. I've said things I had no business saying to women that still hurt to this day that I wish I could take back. But I've never, unless a bitch did some faggot ass shit, I do not, I don't, how could I say, I don't embarrass a woman in front of other group of women. I take her private and talk to her. I'm not going to do something in front of your wifeys. I'm not going to do something to degrade you or minimize you in front of, your friends or your wife. No. I'm not going to do that. So I wanted to say something then, but due to the fact that, due to the fact that basically, you understand me, I couldn't say anything because I'm sitting down with the bitches. And just to keep it real, even when I was big, when I was big, I never put my stomach in my pants. You just be a real nigga and you let that shit out. Whoever gonna fuck with me, but I ain't putting my stomach in my pants. That's some old people shit for real. That really that mean you really didn't let yourself go. You got your stomach in your pants. That shit nasty. But look, I'm just sitting down trying to act like it's not bothering me. And she's just asking questions, and everybody know, anybody that's ever been with me knows that before I send my women to work, I pray with them. Or if they not at the place, I pray over the phone. But I pray with my women. And it was even bothering me in prayer. It was really bothering me, but I pressed through. Touch somebody and say, I pressed through. But when she got back, you know what I mean? Of course, I got on her more, you know what I mean? Because, see, that's the thing. Let me give you guys some wisdom. Let me give some of the young peas some wisdom. A lot of y'all be getting on a bitch helmet when she at work and you fucking up the money. You got to remember that this is a woman. And she might have already kind of like been happy. She might have been feeling good and shit like that. You can just wait till she get back to the house and you can check her privately. But if you do too much nagging and screaming and shit over the phone, now the bitch mind is on what y'all argument instead of what the fuck she supposed to do on the pavement. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I just, I was like, I'll just wait. But yes, that used to irritate my soul. I do not like for women to put their stomach in their pants. Okay, that is very unattractive. Any man that, and I'm gonna be 100, you probably was with him. I know some of y'all like, well, my man like it. He don't know, he doesn't, baby. He just don't say nothing. He just don't say nothing. Matter of fact, watch this. Men, do you think that women who have their stomach in their pants, do you think that's attractive? Watch this. See? Nope. Nope. Absolutely not. No. You know, told you. Look at that. Told you. So now you can see it's not me. It's not sin. This is just the way we see things. Bill said, I hate it. Thank you. Oh, that's how I feel. Ooh, me and Bill feel the same way. Oh my God. Oh, I hate it. Please stop doing it. Now, some of you women are listening to this message and you got your stomach in your pants. Amen. God is dealing with you to take your stomach out your pants right now. Amen. Come to the fat altar, lift your arms up, and right now, take your stomach out your pants. And you know right now, the spirit of love right now is telling you to take your stomach out of your pants. Praise him. Amen. You've been having your stomach in your pants for too long. Amen. Praise him. Stop. You've been going to work with your stomach in your pants. You've been going to church with your stomach in your pants. You've been going to the store. Some of y'all been going to the grocery store. Oh my God, with your stomach inside your pants. Some of you got a child. Some of you got children, and you've been sitting over there going, you know what I mean, to bring bring your parent to school day. You've been sitting over there coming, you know what I mean, for report card pickup with your stomach in your pants, embarrassing, you know what I mean, your children. Stop. Don't do that. Praise him. Now I'm going to leave that alone and let God deal with you. You know, that's why I like the women in holiness, because even if the sister was big, they was wearing dresses and things. So, you know, they wasn't wearing no pants. But when a woman got her stomach in her pants, like, my Jesus, hey, to each his own, man. But a woman that got her stomach in her pants, that shit don't do nothing for my dick. Man, a nigga dick will be completely on soft mode. Seriously. She could just be flirting and saying all this flirtatious shit. All I'm gonna just be thinking of is why is she dressed like a 65-year-old basketball coach at high school? That's how the coaches dressed in high school. Everybody high school had a Coach Johnson, a Coach Thomas, a Coach Mosley, and his stomach is in his pants. Why are you dressed like my high school coach? Like, woman, take your stomach out your pants. Hate that shit. Okay, we can move on. But once again, when you not loving yourself, you attract others that don't love themselves. So, you know, when you're involved in a so-called, and this is what I'm saying, a so-called relationship with somebody, you don't like you, they don't like themselves, you don't like what's in the mirror. You know what I mean? They don't like what's in the mirror. It's just two individuals that don't like themselves. Some of you might just be in a relationship like that right now. You don't like your body, she don't like her body. Every time you give her a compliment, she feel like you're lying. If she try to say something nice, you ain't feeling it because you just saw the truth in the mirror. It's just a very depressed ass, you know, my life. It's one of them Mary J. Blige, My Life album, you know, type of situations. Very depressing. You know, very Summer Walker album relationship type shit. Is very like toxic and depressing. Very melancholy. You know, when you don't love yourself, man, you know what I mean, you attract not just the relationship, but even people that you call your friends, like all y'all toxic. Y'all talk about everybody, and then you even talk about the person that you was just roasting with. Y'all talk about each other behind your back. How many know? Some of you niggas know what I'm talking about because you even see that example on dinosaurs. Them bitches will talk about everybody. And then after they finish talking about all of the pimps and how the pimps ain't this and the pimps ain't that. This bitch ain't did this, that bitch ain't did, and then they turn against each other. They don't like themselves. What do you think is gonna happen? When you got two bitches or a group of bitches that don't like themselves, eventually you're going to see an argument. You're going to see an argument. You're going to see self-hate. You're going to see them turn on each other. You're going to see it. People that don't love themselves, they can't stay, they can't stay cool, too long. They gonna start arguing. Look at everybody. Look at every group of bitches that you seen on dinosaurs and ask yourself this: have they not gotten into an argument? Balance, man. Once again, bro, I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Just think about, supposed Prince, you stupid. Just think about that. What group of broads that you seen gossiping about pimps, gossiping about people in the game, and then they turned around and got into each other, or got into it with each other? Did you expect for miserable motherfuckers, to dwell in the spirit of unity for that long? No. That's what happens with that miserable shit. They even turn on each other. And then might get back some weeks later acting like shit cool. And then air each other's business out in the stories. And then 3 weeks later, together again, eating each other's coochie. And then airing each other out again. Weird ass shit. But when you have no self-love, this is the results. My question again, do you love yourself? Because if you loved yourself, these things wouldn't be happening. Let me move on. Do you love your family? Of course you can't love listen, you can't really love others. That go back, let me just dwell on that once again. When you loving yourself, it ain't just working out, it's your mind. When you love yourself, that means you're reading. When you love yourself, that means you're educating yourself. When you love yourself, that means you're meditating. When you love yourself, that means you're elevating. When you love yourself, that means you're accumulating. When you love yourself, that means that you're not fornicating with anybody and everybody that wants to fornicate with you, because when you love yourself, you have standards. I hate to say this, some of y'all gonna get mad. Y'all know I got love for him, and he got the best catalog in the world. But the reason why Robert Sylvester Kelly is in the circumstance that he's in is because he didn't love himself the way he was required or should have loved himself. Because once again, when you love yourself, you have standards that protect you. Amen. When you love yourself, it protects you from, cancerous people. When you love yourself, you just don't allow anybody and everybody to come into your life. When you love yourself, you don't sleep with just anybody and everybody, because when you love yourself, you conduct yourself as a trophy. When you love yourself, you look at yourself as the best definition of valuable and important, and you just too important to be even socializing or fornicating or even associating with these people. When you love yourself, you got to think about that. Like, damn, I noticed you ain't called me in a minute. I noticed that you don't pick up the phone no more. I love myself. That's the reason why I can't fuck with you. It's because I love myself. I sent you a DM. Why you in that? Because I love myself. I've been calling you all day. You ain't pick up the phone. It's because I love myself. It's getting ready to be 2022. My question to you is, when you going to start loving yourself? When you going to start drinking water? When you gonna abstain and refrain from putting destruction inside your body? When you gonna love yourself? See, when you're reading, when you meditate, when you working out, when you eating right, this shows that you love yourself. Because I love myself, even though this tastes good, eventually this will take me out. This will make me accelerate to my expiration date prior to the appointed time. As the scriptures say, why dies before thy time? Why would I keep putting this shit in my body if common sense, it tells me that this shit is going to kill me? I'm going to die. I choose myself over this food. I choose myself over these drugs. I choose myself over this bitch. For these women, I choose myself over this nothing ass nigga. I choose myself over this situationship. I choose myself over this food. I choose myself over this toxic ass environment. I want to elevate, so I got to separate myself from people that don't love themselves. I want to love me. I'm choosing me. Before you can choose anything or anybody else, you need to choose your goddamn self. You need to choose yourself. Before you decide to fuck with anybody or anything, fuck with yourself. Fuck with yourself. Saying, what do you mean? Man, love yourself. Read, study, work out, eat right. Stop associating yourself with people that don't love themselves. If you know that you got some issues, ain't no sense of being around other motherfuckers that got issue or worse issues than you. You see what that led to? Nothing. Oh man, this game is speaking to you ladies right now. Some of y'all know you got some toxic ass friends and you know that they gonna die bitter and not better. Some of y'all know y'all associated with some bitches that's gonna die by themselves. And if you keep associating and communicating and hanging around with that broad, you're gonna die just like her. Get yourself away from that toxic ass shit. Do not go in 2022 and do the same thing that you did 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021. It's an old saying, stop expecting new results doing the same damn thing. You want to live life. You want to be happy and look at the person in the mirror and say, I admire that person. You're accomplishing things. You're making sacrifices. You haven't accepted defeat. You had a fucked up childhood. The cards that you was dealt with was, man, it was deadly. It was cancer. But you didn't accept the hand that was dealt. You didn't switch the cards, man. You a cold motherfucker. I love the individual that you see in the mirror. I don't give a damn if you lost only 10 pounds, 20 pounds, 30, whatever, stretch mark, whatever you got. It shows your results. In the last days, before I disappeared, many of you was making fun of me. You was like, oh man, saying it's time for you to get some new clothes. The reason why I kept coming on YouTube showing how big those shirts was because I loved it. I love to see you guys roasting me talking about, man, I don't know why Sin got on that big ass shirt. Damn, times is hard. He can't. I used to just laugh. It showed how much I had, how far I came. I didn't give a damn about you roasting me. I didn't give a damn about none of that. I'm looking at the results, baby. And ain't nothing like when you sit up there and go outside, or you step in a club, or you at a grocery store. I'm talking about outside. I ain't talking about no internet shit. When you are outside and you have people coming to you, what do you use for your skin? I know you're like, every time you come in here, your skin is just glowing. And motherfuckers be amazed. I don't put nothing on my face. I don't put a damn thing on my face. You don't never got no bumps or nothing. Yeah, I've always had cool skin, But man, one thing about it, when you drinking water and eating fruit, man, it shows. It shows. It's a glow. Your hair looks different. Your skin looks different. The women, if they probably ain't gonna say it because they don't want their freaky side to show. I mean, hey, but you even taste different. If a woman really fuck with you like that, and she'll even tell you, you taste different. You taste better. You smell better. Even when you take a shit, it's just a stench. But your shit don't smell like that shit when you was eating gyros and Popeyes and all of that bullshit that you ate for Thanksgiving. Your shit don't smell like that when you eating right. When you eating right, your shit don't smell like that bullshit. No, it don't. It just got a stench to it, but it ain't like that. Nah, it ain't like that. Your shit is way different. Love thyself so you can love your family. And it's important for the women to love themselves because you are the first teacher. You are the first teacher, and many of you don't have a man. Then some of you in a relationship, but you got a piece of a man. As Aaron Hall used to say, a piece of my love. Y'all got a piece of a man. You don't have the real thing. Some of you have a boy or boys that you're raising. So it's very imperative for you to love yourself because you're the first teacher. And if you have any self-hate, and if you're manifesting that in the home, you're going to produce another generation of hate. That's why it's very imperative for the women to love themselves. You got to love yourself because you're the first teacher. You got to love yourself. It's imperative. It's a must that you love yourself. Everything is affected by you not loving yourselves. As the great Honorable Elijah Muhammad said in times past, where there is no decent women, there's no decent men. If there are no decent women that are in existence, there's no decent men that are in existence. I knew what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was saying with that because she's the first teacher. So if you have, it's not a hold up, P. I know exactly what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, and I know what he meant. If the first teacher has self-hate, if the first teacher is full of anger, frustration, upset, always emotionally reacting instead of mentally responding in front of this male child, who else does he have as an example on what to behave like? The only thing being exemplified to him is the behavior of the mother. So in that regard, in that capacity, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was right. It's going to take a miracle, because some of you had some mothers that, had self-hate, and God blessed you in spite of. But you're one of the chosen few. Many had mothers that had self-hate, and as a result, we have guys right now that are very abusive towards women because they were raised, by an abusive female that professed to be a woman. So that's just like, and I'm not going to get all into that, but that's just like we got guys in the pimp game that's just beating bitches up and they putting pimping on it when it got nothing to do with pimping. You're hiding behind pimping. You're putting a label on it that says pimping, but it has nothing to do with pimping. It's the self-hate. It's the hate that you had towards your mother. And that's why every broad that you get involved with, you're beating up. You don't know? What is he talking about? How can one not self-destruct unless they are properly instructed? The grace of God that bringeth salvation has appeared unto all men. Some of us come from broken homes. Some of us come from a house where there was no instructor, you know. But because of the calling on our lives, God allowed us to maybe go to juvie, or go to the military, or get into a bad circumstance, or maybe go to a congregation. But, you know, whatever the circumstance may be, we had to get it outside the home because it wasn't there. So if there's no instructor giving wise instructions at the house, common sense that ain't common to tell you that the person that ended up getting some instructions that wasn't at the home, they had to go get it from somewhere else, whether it been church, jail, prison. It's sad, but it's true. Some people didn't reach a mental development until they went to confinement. Some people didn't come to a realization until they got in incarceration. That's just true. You have to instruct yourself to find. See, brother, stop. A lot of y'all trying to sound deep. You know what I mean? I'll just say this to you. You can be lost, and God will allow you to be lost for a certain period of time. And then somebody might witness to you, and through that witness, a seed is planted. A year or two later, you might get into another circumstance, and now somebody else is bringing the water. And then God has to give the increase. Amen. But like I said, when you come from a broken home, father ain't there, or mother doing whatever she doing, you're going to have to get it from somewhere else. And it's sad that, you know, some of us had to get it through jail. Some of us had to get it in prison. Some of us had to get it, you know what I mean, from a church, or, you know, but it's sad. We had to get it outside the home, because in the home it wasn't there. And they say love first started home, but for many of us, it wasn't there. You know, it wasn't there. But let me just say this. As far as, you know, family members and friends, because that's the question. Are you a blessing? You can't be a blessing to nobody until you're a blessing to yourself. You got to be a blessing to yourself. I want you to be a blessing to your family. I want you to be a blessing to your friends. That makes me feel good when I call family members and I say, how you doing? What's going on? Some already know their financial situation, so I'm just going to send you something off top. And then some, if I find out that you're in need of anything, you know what I mean, I'm going to ask you what's going on with you. And then I'm going to send it to you. That's just how I move. If the Spirit of God puts you on my mind, then I'm not going to ask you, do you need anything? Because evidently you do need something, because that's why the Spirit of God put you on my mind. I said that in the previous video. Many of you be saying that. Please stop saying that. Please stop saying that. Let me know if you need anything. Some of you niggas be saying that to people who just got out of prison. Some of y'all be saying that to people who just got laid off. They just lost their job. Some of y'all be saying that to niggas that's homeless. You be saying that to people that you know that's clearly in need, and you be talking about some, yeah, hit me if you need anything. Motherfucker, you see that they in need. Just be a blessing. And be sincere. Let me say these things before we get out of here. When you are a blessing to someone, be sincere. God loves a cheerful giver. Regardless of whether the person did whatever. I'll give you an example. I abhor what Clyde did. What he did was some Benedict Arnold, Judas Iscariot type shit. He betrayed the pimpin'. Nevertheless, I do not regret allowing God to use me, the game to use me, to get him out of jail. I don't regret that. No, I don't. If I had to repeat it, it would still be repeated. I don't regret that. I don't regret that at all. Because when you sincerely do something, whether somebody do some bitch made shit or not, you still have to be the truth, even when others are liars, even when others are bitch ass niggas, even when others are hypocrites, even when others are clowns. You still have to be, a man of integrity. You still got to be the truth, no matter what the circumstance may be. And when you sincerely are a blessing to somebody, you're not married to, I'm not married to the outcome. I gave the income because I wanted to be a blessing. That's why I gave it to you. Now, whatever you decide to do with it, or whatever you decide to do and say afterwards, it is what it is. That's on you. So with that being said, I don't knock anything that I don't regret anything that I've ever done for anybody, whether they stayed true or whether they stayed loyal or not. No, I don't regret that at all. And if you sincerely giving from the heart, you shouldn't feel any different. I'll give you another example. There's a young lady that just got into a car accident and she lost her leg. Some of y'all know who I'm talking about. She be on Instagram. She a cute little thing. She used to be so pretty too. She's still pretty, but she lost her leg. She lost one of her legs, right? You could tell that she mentally going through some changes because she always posting pictures and videos when she had both of her legs. Appreciate this game saying always blessings to you and your students. Man, I appreciate that, top dog, coming up in here with that hundo. You know what I mean? Man, thank you. Appreciate that, fam. But you could tell that she's going through something because she's always posting pictures when she had both legs. Okay? I said that to say this. One day she was on Dinosaurs and, people basically was feeling sorry for her and they sent her some money, right? Now, of course, she needed it. I forgot exactly what she needed it for, but when she wasn't able, she took care of it. That what she needed the money for. She took care of the business, but she decided to send like $10 or $12 to a P to get something to eat. And all of the bitches flipped out on her. All of the bitches that profess to be hoes, they flipped out on her. They was like, bitch, that's not why I sent my hard-earned money for you to sit up there and give, $10, to no goddamn nigga, to no pimp, to get no food and woo-woo. Now, remind you now, she already had, oh, okay, y'all sending the cat, appreciate that. Hold on, let me look before I even go any further so I can acknowledge everybody. Remind you now, she done already took care of what she said she was going to take care of. But because she sent $10 to one of the P's to go get, some food or something, they all flipped on her like, bitch, how could you? And woo, 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 right? But if they had given the money sincerely, it wouldn't even have mattered, what she did after she purchased what she said she was going to purchase. Because first of all, she did something to make her feel good. And that's what made her feel good, being a blessing to somebody. They looking at the profession, she just wanted to be a blessing. And that made her feel good because maybe when she lost her one leg, she felt worthless. That's what they didn't understand. When she lost her one leg, she felt worthless. She felt like she couldn't be a blessing to nobody no more. She couldn't choose up with a P no more. She couldn't be in the game no more. So for that little moment, when she did what she did, that put a smile on her face. And she got the cutest little smile. But hold on, let me read this. Okay, Jay sent 10. Appreciate that, bro. See you with the Cash App. King Drew, good looking fam. Jeremy, appreciate that, fam. Clarence, good looking. Diane, once again, with the 100 on the PayPal. Good looking, baby. Do me a favor, y'all, man. Come on, man. Let's get them likes over 600. Yeah, do me that one favor before I get out of here. Yeah, let's get them likes, over 600. Yeah, Sin gonna be on them other channels this month too. We're gonna be on that ladies channel tomorrow. Sin gonna start putting in some work on that presiding rebuking service channel. Yeah, it's a lot of rebuking this. We're getting ready to go for. Get prepared. Just because I'm speaking positive now. Don't get it fucked up. But now, just to let you know what I mean? That made her feel needed. In the lifestyle, women like to feel needed. Women like to feel like they being a blessing. And when she lost her one leg, wasn't no peas campaigning to have her no more. So when she sent him that little money just for like a little bit, for 2 seconds, she felt, happy again. But man, they flipped out on her. But my point is, they flipped out on her because they didn't sincerely give that money. They gave the money just to be able to say, yeah, I gave the girl with one leg some money. They wanted the clout, off of that. They wanted to be able to, oh, you helped the girl with one leg? Oh, you helped the girl with one leg? Oh, okay, cool. It wasn't genuine. It wasn't sincere. Because if it was sincere, she would have never even got that reaction when she sent that transaction. It would have never been none of that. But listen to me, and listen to me good. When I was able to do what I did, and of course I'm not about to talk no shit, this is a serious message, but many of you got into my comment section and you was talking about what Choke No Joke did. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he put money on Kale's books. I'm just gonna say this and give you some game. When somebody do something, as Andre Taylor said, the revelation is always in the why. So when somebody does something, even though it might appear to be beautiful, you need to ask, why was that done? Because if you start examining why that good thing was done, you might be able to see that it was done with evil intent. They might have done something good, but the primary intent was evil. So just because you see an individual put up a video of them giving $100, and just to let you know, I would have never even put up a video of me giving $100. But I mean, to each his own, to each his own. And you didn't outdid somebody with $1 billion if it was sincere. But I'm here to tell you that if you examine why things are said and done, you can see evil intent, which will protect you from being charmed and disarmed by the fakes and snakes. So I'm saying, don't be fooled when individuals donate or they appear to be doing something positive. It's not. If you really allow the spirit of wisdom to minister to you, you will see an individual trying to reap off the benefits of people being ignorant of this man being a counterfeit. Open your eyes so you can see. It's just some good con game going on, but the gameless can't see it. It's some good con game going on, but the people who have no discernment, they can't see it. So they get broke on like a goofy bitch. But I'm here giving you this game, letting you know that just because somebody do something positive, that don't mean that it's positive. Open your eyes, square, that you can see. There's some people that might do something, donate to a church. That don't mean that the inspiration on why they gave that money, was spiritual or positive. It might have had some negative intent. You need to allow the spirit of discernment to minister to you. But once again, let me just get back to this so I can wrap it up. It's a blessing to be a blessing to our family and friends. And we do that when we are best. You got to be the best you. By you not being the best you right now, you can't even provoke and compel people to be the best them because you're not the best you. See, when you let me say this, some of you got some dynamic ministries. God has really blessed you and given you a great calling on your life. And then when you're on fire, you set everything around you on fire. But by you not being the best you can't provoke others to be the best you because you're not the best version of yourself. So you're not provoking anybody to do anything. When you are at your best, people are motivated. People are compelled. Like, ooh, I want to talk like him. I want to speak like that. It reminds me of a brother named Stephen Davis. Stephen Davis was my Malcolm X. And the reason why I say he was my Malcolm X is because the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan was once a young brother that was under Brother Malcolm. So even though as of today, we see the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan as the embodiment of knowledge and wisdom, at one time, he was an aspiring minister under the Honorable Incomparable Malcolm X. And when I say Stephen was my Malcolm X, man, this man he wasn't just quoting scriptures, he would quote chapters. I wanted to speak like Stephen. I didn't just want to memorize scriptures. I wanted to quote chapters. I wanted to be able to walk around the congregation as I teach and preach and not look at the Bible one time and quote the whole chapter. That's what I would see Stephen Davis do. Stephen Davis would, quote, from every, when he would teach against different doctrines, it was so easy for him to do it because not only was he speaking from the King James, he would be, he can quote from the Amplified and from the Quran. And, then he going to give so many historical reasons on this and that. And then he going to teach you about the origin of that. Him and Elder Ellis Jones, they was just like incredible. And their ministries was dynamos. Some of y'all like dynamos. Yeah, look it up. Their ministries was dynamos. It was just like so compelling as a young man. I said, man, I got to have that. I got to have that. Rob, you probably remember Stephen. Stephen was the leader of Power Hour. But by the time you came to the mission, Steve was married to Sister Cindy. So by the time you got there, I think Sean Williams was the leader of Power Hour at the time. But if you remember Stephen Davis, he was like a brother that was 6'4", tall, slender, with glasses, studious looking, just very articulate. He would always be quoting, and always saying words you wasn't familiar with. Him and Elder Redmond, they were like walking dictionaries. These were people that I was inspired by. And the reason why I was inspired by them is because these guys love themselves. That's my examples. And that's why I'm bringing them up to give confirmation to this point that I'm getting ready to make before I leave out of here. Listen, when you love yourself, you compel others to love themselves. Stephen gave a boy that was in special ed for learning disability and behavior disorder hope to be something. When I would see Stephen, with his college educated self teaching and preaching and magnifying God, it inspired me to be something. Elder Mosley, Elder Redmond, Elder Melvin Patillo, Elder Carter, Elder Ellis Jones. These were men that I was inspired by. Let me just say this. Some of you guys, you afraid or you don't acknowledge men that have been a blessing to you. Y'all call it today dick riding. See, I'm not into that. I'm not into the homosexual talk. So I don't even think of, dick riding. when I give acknowledgement for the enlightenment that another man has blessed me with. I don't dick ride and don't even go past my mind. So for a guy to even say that, he automatically makes me think that he's fantasizing, about riding the penis of another man. Because if you give acknowledgement for the enlightenment or the encouragement that another man has provided for you, that just shows how great of a man you are. That shows how magnificent of a man that you are when you can acknowledge the brilliance and greatness of another man and not feel minimized. Great men can acknowledge great men and not feel like he's less than. See, Rob know true definition of a man of God. See, they don't know, Rob, the congregation that I come out of, Elder Mosley used to teach on the chalkboards on Sundays. Then after he teach, he would open the floor and allow anybody to stand up that had questions, and he would answer all of the questions. In many congregations, it just be the pastor and Duck Duck Goose, Mickey Mouse, Daffy Duck, Minnie Me, Sonic the Hedgehog. It'd be all of these guys screaming over a pulpit, and he's not making no sense. And then after service of preaching all of them hours, you don't get to ask any questions. Like, Pastor, what did you mean by Jesus saw Mickey Mouse? What did you mean, Pastor, why did you preach Mary had a little lamb for 40 minutes and you at a funeral where a gangbanger got killed? No disrespect, Pastor, but we got the youth in here right now. We got gangbangers in here. And amen, talking about Mary had a little lamb. That's not appropriate right now if we got a congregation full of BDs and GDs right now. We got gangbangers that need to be saved, and you talking about Mary had a little lamb. Touch somebody and say, Mary had a little lamb. That's not gonna save nobody. So in many congregations, they never got to ask no questions. That's exactly why most of the times on Friday, if not Saturday, I open the phone lines and I allow you guys to ask questions. Because any teacher that's teaching something, he should be able to answer questions and be able to break things down. Some of you are stuck on stupid, and just don't want to learn, but for those of you that are sincere and you're really seeking, knowledge and wisdom, yes, by all means, man, call in. I want you to challenge me. Do you notice even the ones that speak against me, they never say that he's teaching false doctrine of the game? And then even the ones that say it, they never be bold enough to come challenge me because they know that they'll get mentally dismantled. Look at all the guys that y'all exalted on Instagram. They want to get into a roasting. They don't want to get into a debate. Because you'll find out that these guys that profess to be this and they've done this and done that, you'll find out that, oh man, this nigga green as hell. Exactly. But that's another subject. I hope that I said something within this video that inspired you to love yourself, for you to be a blessing. You want to be a blessing to a woman. If you're a young man that's listening to me, you might not even be in the game. You might be a square young man, and your desires might be to have a wife. Okay, and I'm gonna say to you, if you're a young man of God or you're a young square, and and if that's your lifestyle that you want to live, you want to make yourself the greatest asset that you could be to a woman. How can I make myself an asset to the woman? What can I do today to make myself a better teacher? And I'm going to tell you first is actually to apply the teachings to your life, to exemplify greatness first, and then you can teach and preach better. Some want to teach and preach but they don't want to live. So by your lifestyle being an enemy of the message that you're teaching and preaching, it basically falls on deaf ears with women. You have to exemplify, your teachings. Once a woman say, oh my God, okay, he's the real thing. It go back to my message, because I said it. Those of you remember my message, because I said it. Whatever you say out of your mouth, it got to be fulfilled. Why? Because that's what the fuck you said. You have to think, I am the reflection of God. I am God's reflection. I was fearfully and wonderfully made. I was made in his likeness. Whatever I speak out of my mouth, I have to fulfill it. Why? Because I said it. So if I said that I was going to memorize this, if I said that I was going to do this, if I said that I was going to lose weight, if I said if I was going to stop smoking, if I said that I was going to start studying, if I said that I was going to run 3 miles a day, if I said that I was going to sit up there and get my credit together, it has to be done because I said it. It was released out of my mouth. And I value the things that come out of my mouth as a man. The definition of a man is the truth. So what proceeds out of my mouth is the truth. And because I said it, now it has to be fulfilled. Because I said it. I value what the fuck I think and I say. It got to be fulfilled now. Because I said it. That's loving yourself. You know what I mean? That's loving yourself, man. And before I get out of here, let me just talk to the young peas. That's what makes the game look good. When you said something out of your mouth and now it's fulfilled. Bitch, I'm not no goddamn con artist. I told you what I was going to do. I told you how you was going to be a blessing to yourself and your family. Now look at you. Look at what this game then did. Look at what this pimping then did. Look what this manhood then did. Everything that I told you that I was going to do, bitch, I did it and then some. Did I not? Yes. That's when you can really talk that shit. I fulfilled everything that came out of my mouth. Did I not, woman? And she knows she with the real thing. You spoke it into existence. You fulfilled it. She's forced. She's compelled to respect you. She has to honor you. She has no choice but to exalt you. Now she has to glorify it. Why? Because you exemplified it. Women will glorify whatever you exemplify to them. If you exemplify ignorance, she's going to glorify ignorance. If you exemplify brilliance, the woman will glorify brilliance. The woman will produce whatever you introduce her to. That's what her ministry is. A woman will take whatever a man has created and she's going to make it greater. But you're going to have to exemplify that shit first. Some want to teach it. Some want to preach it. But it ain't going to reach it. Because he don't live it. You got to live it. You got to be an example of discipline first. You got to be an example of self-love first. And once you become an example of self-love, once you become an example of discipline, it's so much easier for the woman to listen to you. I'm going to listen to whatever the fuck he say because I've seen the results. I've heard his thoughts and I've seen the results of his thoughts. So yes, I'm compelled to listen to him because I've seen the results of his thoughts. He's manifested. He's exemplified it. He's a damn man. Whatever he say, he mean it. And he mean what the fuck he say. I can respect him. You will see the difference when she cook that food. You will see the difference when she bring that food to you. You will see the difference when she wash your clothes. You will see the difference when she ride your dick. You will see the difference when she swallow that nut. You will see the difference when way she talk to you. That softness in her voice. You will see it. You will see the obedience. You will see the submission. You will see the humility. You will see the praise and worship service when you are exemplifying what the fuck you say out your mouth. You got to live it. You got to live it. Oh man, that bitch don't want to. She ain't gonna listen to nobody. She ain't, as a man thinking, so is he. If you think like that, then of course not. But once you think that you're a man and you're talking manhood, you just see her as a little bitty ass bitch. She just a little bitch. She's a little woman, man. She can't produce no problem that's greater than the solution that's within me. She can't produce not one goddamn problem that's greater than the solution that's in me. I'm going to come up with a solution for any motherfucking problem that this bitch produced. She can't give me a problem that I can't solve. That's just man shit. You think like a god. You think like a king. You think like, you know what I mean, great shit, greatness, the embodiment of greatness. And you move like that. So listen, I'll leave one more and then I'm gone. To the young P's that's having money, to all of those that's having money, you might be living a lifestyle of criminality. And right now, while we temporarily in carnality, reality is we want the mercies of God to abide and never subside on our lives, right? So it's imperative that we be a blessing to others. You know, you reap what you sow. So it's a blessing to be not only a blessing to our women, but we got to be a blessing to our communities. I ain't talking about the guy that got the little $300 by the grace of God type of broad. I'm talking about you niggas that's really checking it like the house on fire. If you really having money, when the opportunity presents itself, by all means, man, let's make the game look good. Let's donate to some charities. Let's do something for our communities. That looks, man, listen, that looks way better than a chain. That looks way better than a ring. That looks way better than a fashion designer clothes when you post that on your Instagram. I'm telling you that's one of the coldest campaigns that you can have. That is greater than you sitting over there flossing jewelry and fashion designer clothes. When you can show how your life has benefited the lives of others, how you basically took time out to speak to children so you can keep them out of jail and prison and don't repeat your history, but gave them information, inspiration, so they don't repeat your history, but make history, that's a blessing. That's a blessing. Feeding the homeless, that's a blessing. You know, going to your school, finding out if it's a need for anything, for books or, you know, for anything. You know, what is the school in need of? Your high school or your grammar school or your college, they might be in need of something. You know, go check on that. And when you do it, take a picture, do a video. We got so many pictures and videos from the representation of our lifestyle, the representatives posting ignorance, chasing bitches up and down the street and doing all type of ignorant shit, pushing bitches down and, you know what I mean, going back and forth, yelling at bitches on dinosaurs. I need representatives of the game to post videos and pictures of them doing something within the community, them doing something for children, them donating money to charities. That's what make the game look good. That's gonna make the game look very good. They already have an evil narrative about us, that we're demonic, satanic, heartless individuals that prey on young women who are fatherless and, you know what I mean, that got low self-esteem and all of that shit. You know, they that's the narrative that's been created. Why not do things that's contrary to that? Instead of saying and doing things that make us look evil, that supports their narrative. Because when you chasing bitches up and down the street, when they post videos, you know what I mean? Hey man, delete that. Talking about I'm talking right now. You know, all of that was dinosaurs. Delete that, Miles. Get on that. You know what I mean? When they post videos of niggas walking in the middle of the street, you know what I mean, behind broads and shit like that. You know what I mean? All behind. Hold on. Hold on. Did he say something to get blocked? I seen that he got blocked, but I didn't see the comment. Well, you know, Prince, let me know what he said. But yeah, when they post shit like that with you guys 8 and 9 deep up in the grocery store and you got the bitch cornered, you know what I mean, by the bread and all of that, you know what I mean, she can't move, she damn near crying and shit. You don't understand that even though we know what you're doing, oh no, bro, don't block him, unblock him, just delete the comment. No, don't block him, unblock his ass, but just get rid of the comment. Yeah, he didn't need to get blocked for that. No, let him bring him back. Just yeah, the comment. But yeah, man, you know, when you guys, you know what I mean, are crowding young women up, they can't move. This is shit that should never make the internet because it supports the human traffic shit. That's the videos that they can use to say, look at them trying to traffic these. The young lady, it's clear that the young lady wants to move. She wants to go, but look at them crowding around her. We know that that's normal shit in the Bay. We know that that's normal shit in LA. They ain't trying to rape the bitch. We know that. But when they take them clips and videos and they show that to them squares, you can't tell them squares that. So a lot of the things that you guys are saying and doing and posting on the internet, you might as well work for the feds. You might as well work for them people because you do things that support the narrative that these people have created, you know what I mean, about us. So that's why I need the younger group that actually have a mind and brain. Hey man, start donating to some charities. I need you to donate to some charities. I need you to do something for the community. I need you to do something positive. Not only will it be a blessing to your campaign and make you feel better, but it'll make the game look good, you know? And another thing, you don't know what tomorrow may bring. You might catch a case and that'll make your lawyer look feel better. That give your lawyer something to talk about in that courtroom. He can say, you know, man, my client, you know, has done this and done that and donated to the church and donated to the school and he's not a flight risk. And, you know, when you got pastors, when you got ministers, when you got teachers, when you got people that's in the community that will show up to court with letters of recommendation so you can get a bail reduction or get an OR, you know, all of that shit count, man. You know? Some of y'all on parole, some of y'all on probation. And I'm talking from an autobiographical experience. Listen, I've had women that were on probation. I got them off of probation early because of the things that I had them doing in the community. I'm not telling you no shit that I'm just making up. I'm shooting some cold game at you. I don't care if it's just for a few hours, man. You know what I mean? If she's on probation or whatever, y'all do something positive. If you don't feel like getting involved with the church, you know, get involved with a school or something. Get involved with a black-owned business or something. Do something that's positive and post that. Do you know how good that makes your campaign look when that bitch come at you and you tell her that your choosing fee is 5 or 10 or 20,000, 30,000, and she say that, oh, that's too much? And you like, bitch, hold on, did you not see me donate? Are you serious? Like, bitch, you need to get your broke ass off my phone. You talking about that's too much. Bitch, what you crying about, I done gave that away. That's nothing. You know what I mean? It's just giant talk. You can talk like that because you done did giant shit. When you done did giant shit, you can talk that shit. You can move like a giant. So to the young representatives, man, that's what I want to see. Yeah, donate to a charity. You know, do something for a school. Do something positive. Tag me in it or share it with me. Let me know. We got enough negativity. You know what I mean? Let's do some positivity. Let's do something positive with the currency, man. You know, yeah, do something for the community. Do something for these children. Do something for the homeless. We got a holiday coming up. I'm not into all the holiday shit, but you know, one thing that it does is bring people together. And if you can get out and feed the homeless and things like that, man, do that. I posted in my story. You know what I mean? That's stuff that I love. Do something positive. Do something for the community. Make the game look good. You can't beat God at giving. You can't beat the game at giving. You just can't. Whatever you did under the SUN, the SON of the Father seen it. You're going to be rewarded. And guess what? When we live in the lifestyles that we live, you know, we need the mercies of God. So when we do something for somebody, we might not get it back in currency. We might get it back in mercy. And that's better than currency. So look, man, you know, it's really time to, you know, think about what can I do to be a blessing. I want to be a blessing. I want my life to empower, you know, those around me. I want to compel people in a positive way. It reminded me of Free's friend. Freeze had a friend that was a physical trainer. He died in a car accident with his 2 children. And when he died, I never forget, you had you had celebrities, physical trainers, so many fine ass women coming on one accord, speaking about how he compelled them to be better. I think his name was Lavelle. And, you know what I mean, he compelled them to be better people. They needed a GoFundMe for his funeral. Man, they raised over like $60,000, I think within like a 48-hour period, man. It was just so much love shown towards this guy because of how positive he was, how he motivated people to lose weight and live life. Like, man, when he died, you know, in that car accident with his 2 children, it was so many people that just came on one accord, man, to be a blessing. You know? You making, I appreciate that, Tony, but I need more people, man. I need the youth. I need you guys to stop just getting in my DM talking about, yeah, Sin, thank you for this game. Show me that you thanking me for this game. Go take this game and go do something with it. Go do something positive. Make the game look good. So, and guess what? I got a video coming up speaking about that. That's going to separate you from your peers. What young P do you know that's really like pimping like a motherfucker and still being a blessing? He's a people's person. He's being a blessing to the community. He's being a blessing to schools. He's like, man, he's just amazing. Come on, man. Get it together. I'm giving you game on how to, man, get your campaign together, baby. And just to keep it all the way 100, just to see a smile on them children's faces or the smile of people that didn't have it and now they have it because you gave it to them. It's a feeling that Webster's Collegiate Dictionary just can't define. It is truly a blessing to be a blessing to somebody else. You know? And as the scripture said, blessed is the man that giveth. Hey, it's better to give than to receive because it speaks volumes about the position that you're in life. I'd rather be the giver because it shows that I was in position to give. I ain't talking about no trick shit. I'm talking about being a blessing. I'm talking about being a blessing to those that don't have. Just like I told you, I asked you guys, I said, y'all thought that was tricking? Of course, y'all said no, but when I told you that I had to stop, man, seeing that woman out there with her children, and it was cold as hell outside, and they just outside, and she out there cold. I don't know whether she was pulling one or not. I didn't give a damn. If she would go this far to get some money, then woman, you deserve it, because you got your kids out here, and y'all cold. Here, take this. Take this money. Got them a room and everything. You know? Sin don't play that. Got these kids out here cold as hell. But listen, man, I'll be here talking all night. Make sure that, you know what I mean, you hit the like button. Make sure you share this video. I know, of course, I wasn't talking about no hardcore pimping, so I'm not gonna get no views on this because I'm talking about giving. I'm talking about being a blessing. I'm talking about giving to the community. I'm talking about being a blessing to children. So I don't expect a lot of likes on this. I'm talking about giving money to people. I'm talking about taking time out your day to speak to the youngsters and, you know, to treat the youngsters in your community like your brother or your son or your nephew, you know. So I already know I ain't gonna get no views on this, you know what I mean? Because I done said too many positive things, you know. But for those of you, the few that heard it, you know, do something. Please do something with this game. All right? But yeah, man, I'm out of here. I hope y'all live as long as you want, never want for anything as long as you live. Before I get out of here, I just want to announce that I'm on the 5th season of Power on my Patreon. I got the 5th season and the 6th season to post, and then after that, I'll be done with Power. I've had all seasons posted on my Patreon, and the only thing left will be Power Book 2. I already got 2 episodes from season 2 posted, the new season, but I'm going to post all season 1 on my Patreon as well. I will be posting all Wu-Tang. I will be reposting Raising Canaan. I already got all BMF on there, and I will be reposting because I think y'all wanted Snowfall. I got all Malcolm, not all of Malcolm X interviews, but just about. I got quite a few Malcolm X, Farrakhan, and of course Khalid Muhammad. I got the Quran on there, the audio book. I got so many audio books on there, man. You guys will enjoy it if you into audio books, you know. And I got a lot of information on there pertaining to health, a lot of information on there pertaining to credit. As you know, I told you guys, if you want to hear about Pimpin' and Horn, the game content, you go to the $50 tier. But as far as like content outside of, you know, the Art of War, you know, I got so many audio books, you know what I mean? Like, man, I got 50 Cent's audio book. I got so many audio books, man. I'll be forever in the day talking about them audio books. But yes, make sure that you come to my Patreon. Maz, put the link to my Patreon in the comment section one more time. But I think that's all you guys wanted. If it's another show that you wanted, let me know, because after I post all of the shows, I'm going to get back to posting all the movies that I had. Some of the videos are not playing, and the reason for that is because I got to repost them because the YouTube channel that I had it posted on was destroyed, so I had to create another one. So I have to repost all my movies. So that's why I'm taking my time now posting all the shows, such as Power Book 2, Raising Canaan, Snowfall, and Wu-Tang, and whatever show that y'all want to see that I don't got on there, just get at me, and I have all the seasons of that on there as well. Let me see. But my people will tell you my Patreon is the shit. Nobody has a better Patreon than me, because all my shit is the game, like literally. It's like the museum of game. You got debates on there, teachings, preachings, my content, you know what I mean, movies, documentaries, and of course the shows. So yeah, come on over there, man. Hold on, this O'Shea. Oh, okay, cool. Shay just hit me. But okay, man, love you guys. I'm out of here. Hopefully I'll see you later on the Patreon. We gone. If I'm up, matter of fact, y'all gonna be up tonight? Are y'all gonna be up? Matter of fact, let me give my brother, hold on, before I go, talking about being a blessing. Before I get out of here, let me call my brother so he can have a chance to promote himself. Oh, damn, I'm on 1% on this phone? Come on, Android. Let's see if Freeze is up.
What's up, bro?
I'm live right now, and I had more people, but I told them I was leaving. I should have called you first. I'm on 1%.
Okay.
Go ahead and promote whatever you got going on. If you're going to go live, or if you want them to come see or promote your music or whatever, go ahead.
Yeah, of course the music is Freeze is It. I'm on all platforms. The Vitamin P Project, of course, has been out for a while. I got some new shit in the works right now, so be on the lookout for the new music. It's going to be available under the name Freeze is It, Freeze IZIT. And that's also the YouTube channel, the Instagram, everywhere. Anything you want to find on Freeze. If you want to find Freeze's YouTube, type in Freeze is It YouTube on Google. You want Freeze's music, type in Freeze is It music. Freeze is It SoundCloud. Freeze is It, your stepfather. Freeze is It your uncle now.
Hey, matter of fact.
Yeah, man, Freeze is It is everywhere, man. Freeze is It, part of the family, Freeze is It at the barbecue, Google that, I'll be there, you know what I mean? But nah, yeah, man, the Patreon as well. Everything Freeze is It.
Bro, you remember that night that you was up and YouTube cut off on you and you was gonna spit that 16?
Yeah.
Yeah, you wanna spit that now?
Hold on, I'm gonna call you on my other phone so I can do it.
What you need? Okay. I got it.
Yeah, I'm all right. Yeah.
Hold on. Kenya, Sinful, I actually love your relationship with your brother Freeze. It's amazing. I can hear you saying that in my mind. Hold on. I gotta hook you up to the Bluetooth. Hold on. I had to hook this nigga up to the charger and put him on 2%. All right, talk.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Go ahead.
Hold on, I'm getting together right now. Give me just a second.
I gotta hook you back up so you can last, because you was on 1%.
Oh, you still on 1%? Hold on. Give me just a second. I'm almost ready. Hold on.
Come on, man. Gotta be ready. He about to spit this 16, man. Get ready. Everybody get them likes up.
I'm some pimpin' for show. No mention the comprehension, the simple for show. If I catch a bitch listening, I'm spitting for show. If you catch a bitch with me, then that bitch is a hoe. Hello? My conversation is a grip, and you gon' probably have to sell your soul for this dick. Where it's at, bitch? I got to get broke off. Taxing for everything, even my hello cost. My conversation is a grip, and you gon' probably have to sell your soul for this dick. Where it's at, bitch? I got to get broke off. Taxing for everything. Pimpin' is the reason that these hoes can't sleep. It's break a trick season and hellos ain't cheap. Hello? Maneuver so pimpishly, inexpensively. Your debit may end up with charges pending if you mention me. Sipping organic love from a wine glass. You call it water, I call it love. Keep in mind that I'm one of a kind. I ain't nothing like them boys. We say hello to each other, then she got the invoice. Cause I'm some pimpin' for show. No mention the comprehension, the simple for show. If I catch a bitch listening, I'm spitting for show. If you catch a bitch with me, then that bitch is a hoe. Hello? My conversation is a grip, and you gon' probably have to sell your soul for this gig. Where's that, bitch? I got to get broke off. Taxing for everything, even my hello cost. My conversation is a grip, and you gon' probably have to sell your soul for this gig. Where's that, bitch? I got to get broke off. Bitch had the nerve to tell me freeze, you so arrogant shit. I'm just confident about what's so apparent, bitch. Matter of fact, how dare you, bitch? Fix your mouth and spit at me. Talking to me like I'm something less than I was meant to be. When you see me, you see a kid who stood in line for government cheese. Project living, now I got showstoppers rubbing the beat. I know you don't understand what you looking at. Just know that everything I own came from a hooker's ass. Cause I'm some pimpin' for show. No mention the comprehension, the simping for show. If I catch a bitch listening, I'm spitting for show. If you catch a bitch with me, then that bitch is a hoe. Hello? My conversation is a grip, and you gon' probably have to sell your soul for this dick. Where's that, bitch? I got to get broke off. Taxing for everything, even my hello cost. My conversation is a grip, and you gon' probably have to sell your soul for this dick. Where's that, bitch? I got to get broke off. Taxing for everything. Potatoes and asparagus with my wild caught salmon. My Baywatch Malibu Barbie bitches, they be tanning. At LA Fitness, I illustrate commitment to my body being godly. Man, I'm great to witness. Obsessed with excellence, it's not easy to be him. This is why we don't chop it up freely in the DMs. I'm not that nigga to fall for your first trap. I'm that nigga looking to break you for that first trap. Cause I'm some pimpin' for show. No mention the comprehension, the simping for show. If I catch a bitch listening, I'm spitting for show. If you catch a bitch with me, then that bitch is a hoe. Hello?
Yeah, man. I'm some pimping for show. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, that's in the works right now. That's gonna be all of that's gonna be out soon, man. I got some shit. You know, I got some shit in the works right now, so y'all just gotta stay tuned. You dig?
Yeah, man. Yeah. We could pimp off that. Yeah. Hey, matter of fact, bro, you think you could perform that one that you did the other night?
Which one?
The new one.
Oh, you talking about the one I recorded?
Yeah, the one with the Johnny Gill on it.
Damn. Let me see. Hold on. Where's the beat at? Damn, I don't know if I got it on here.
If you
Damn.
don't,
Shit. I got.
if
Yeah, because I left the laptop in the car. I mean, unless motherfuckers want to wait for me to get to the car and all that shit, open the laptop and all of that. Yeah, my bad.
what about you can't stop? You know that off top?
Yeah, I think I got that beat right here too. I know that for sure. That's easy.
Or no? Do you remember that E40 shit? The hyphy.
Yeah, hold on. Let me see. Let me see.
Talking about some don't quit the day job. Nigga, listen to this right quick. Yeah, that shit we like, but man, when I say bro got bars, man, just listen, man. I'm trying to tell you, ain't nobody fucking with bro, man. Let me see. Drew
Yeah,
says,
yeah.
Drew says,
You
speak
know, it's
glorious
always gonna be a
P.
hater. I'll never mind that. I want to see him do something better though.
Yeah.
Show me something better. That's what I say. You can't do that. Be quiet.
Right.
Hold on.
Well, yeah, that shut down everything.
Okay. Dig this.
I'm on a mission to collide with chips. Hands free, a pimp, guide the bitch, and ghost ride the bitch. She applied what's been doodled inside a noodle to have a miss like the strudel with the filling. My dude with the killing is me.
You forgot, yeah.
I ain't spent that shit long ass
You
time.
gotta
Hold on.
learn that one, man. That
Hold
shit's
on.
so
I
hard.
got
Go
some good
ahead.
stuff. Hold on. And hold on.
Jump in the whip with me, take a quick trip with me to the edge of the cliff. Homie, get in the mix with me. Now it's a Bisquickie mix, so it gets sticky. Once you get your hands in it, then it could be cancerous. No type of vaccine or medicine can answer this. Might wind up in the backseat of an ambulance. Paramedics will be amazed if you handle this. Blaze so amazing, it's JoJo Dancerous. If you survived, then congratulations. You came through the path of Jason. Feels the same as if you came through the... Ah, shit.
You forget.
Hold on. I'm hatred modified, greatness personified. Mama cried her baby was shine and she's not alive. If what I holler offends, I apologize. But I die before I pretend to be not the guy. Let you inside my life by throwing the hottest line out of my skillet so it'll sizzle upside your mind. So as you listen, your life is a part of mine and vice versa. So we burst from the starting line as one. Then we sink in reality inside me. Thinkers joined at the mentality. So if they battling you, gotta battle me. The K Crusaders end up something that's sad to see. Longing for what the game fails to be, the FREEZE spells release. My bad if you can't read this velvet piece. I'm pretty hot, so I spit with a melted speech. I mean, I expected a little gratitude. I set the pattern for shattering dudes. You can credit that to my attitude. Rude as ravishing Rick. Vomit this, I'm so dramatically sick. Automatically rip like strip jeans. Bring division amongst your click like split scenes. Label me list green. Spit clean and scope. Stay afloat through ambition that steams the boat. And I stroke similar to river boats. Slit livers and throats with the misery stroke of a pen. I post in the wind undisturbed with a lightning bolt throat for thundered words. To stir up echoes like a naked room. Vacant due the fools that break trying to escape the doom. But by the end of the rhyme, it's really too late, dude. That rat in the cage is snake food.
Damn, Freeze, you should go on URL. Yeah, man.
on. That's true.
Hey,
You know,
listen.
I
Go
used
ahead.
to be that one of them kind of dudes back in the day. So that, yeah, you know, that's in me for sure. Even though I don't really, I ain't battling forever, but I got it in me though.
Right, right, right. When can they expect, a video or a live video from you or anything from you?
Well, I'm gonna be posting some on YouTube tomorrow, and then I'm gonna also be going live on YouTube in the next day or two. And yeah, my plan is to have some music ready for y'all. I'm gonna have something. I'm gonna have at least one song ready this month, but I'm looking to have a whole project ready probably by February or something like that, like a whole Freeze Event project. So
How
yeah, be on the
many, how
lookout for
many,
that.
how many of y'all following bro on Instagram? Matter of fact, bro, if you got time, you go live on IG.
Yeah, we can do that for sure.
And all 427 of y'all that's left, y'all can come through. And you can just sit up there and tell bro whatever song or whatever question you got for him, bring it. I don't even have an Instagram. Create one. It take less than 5 minutes. How many tracks you think is gonna be on there? He asked me how many tracks, bro.
Probably somewhere around 12.
Okay. You said amateur night. I might bring people on. Any of y'all that got bars or can sing or anything? Instagram canceled you. Okay, to rehire you. Hold on. My only IG. Well, not my only IG. I got an IG, of course. SinFulTheP773. That's me, and I just created a new one with my name. Of course, you know, you had Johnny Cash take the name that y'all been hearing me say for years. Niggas say this and that, but it's crazy how people use my teachings, my lingo, and try to run with it. But yeah, I created a new page called Museum of Game. I only got one post on there so far, but yeah, I got a page, The Museum of Game, The Museum of Game. So them the only two pages I got, the SinFulTheP773 and the new one I just created, the backup page, the Museum of Game. I'm gonna start posting more shit on there though. Let me see, New Child, what's happening? What's happening, bro? But yeah, man, blessings to everybody. I appreciate everybody for coming out. Thank you. Of course, like I said, I hope that what was said within the video, man, you know, you start loving yourself, loving your family, loving your friends. Matter of fact, before I go, let me put this on your mind. When you think of Joe Cato, you think of a man that was a blessing to the game. You think of a man that, you know what I mean, once helped Famous Amos. That's how Famous Amos even got created. Is because Joe Cato gave the money for Famous Amos, you know what I mean, to get off the ground. So once again, the pimping is being a blessing, you know, and still to this day, you know, Famous Amos is famous for, you know what it is, the cookies. But that still come off of the money that Joe Cato gave. You know, y'all already know about Dre in Canada, living life, doing his thing, sent for two of his P partners, Vitamin T. And what's the other P name, P?
Damn, I can't even remember. Yeah, it was Vitamin T. And wait a minute. I kind of want to say it was Eddie Money.
Yeah,
Eddie Money.
yeah. Eddie Money and Vitamin T.
Yeah.
So yeah, he gave Eddie Money 10,000. He gave Vitamin T 20,000. You know what I mean? Dre gave away 30,000 in jugs, man. This is somebody that always was a giver. So of course, you know, when you see me giving and doing certain things, how could I not give? Look who I was raised by, Marita Mayberry, Sandra Evans, and then in the game to have Dre as a big brother from another mother who was known as a giver before the game, in the game, and still a giver now. So, and also, like I said, I could just keep going. When you even think of Shantae, Shantae, when he was active in the game, Shantae paid for his brother to go through college. Shantae put his brother through college. His brother was able to go to college and graduate and get his college education because Shantae Parker was pimping. Shantae Parker bought his mother's house. His mother still has that house. The house that she has is owned because of Shantae Parker's pimping. You know what I mean? That's another, you know, way that, you know, the pimping was not only a blessing to himself, but to his family, to his friends. What else great I could say about the pimping giving? Oh, how could I forget? When Dre got out of prison, Gene Morgan gave Gorgeous Dre, Andre Taylor. Dre didn't have shit, but Gene Morgan gave Dre $20,000. And that's why I told y'all it's supposed to be just like Paid in Full. You know what I mean? When Rich got out, did you see how AZ sit up there and gave Shorty the money to put in Rich's hand? And then, you know what I mean? Look how Big Man was dancing when Rich got out. Look what AZ put Rich in. Put him in that red machine, man. You know, that's how shit go among kings. That's how it's supposed to be. Being a blessing to each other. I told the story in the previous video how Gangsta Lou and Alpo was with this guy, I forgot his name, but he ended up kind of like getting into a car accident. And so instead of basically, he's like, man, I'm gonna have to get that shit fixed later. They go to this man's house. He go in the garage and go pull out another one. And they said, damn, so you just had two of the same? He was like, well, actually, this is the ride for my nigga who's going to do about, I think, 10 more years. But yeah, this is his ride. And that fucked Gangsta Loot all up that, he had a ride already, a fly-ass ride, ready for his nigga, man, when he came home. And he's like, yeah, he gonna have some more when he come. Just king shit, man. How pimps do. My mind even go back when Saint Nick was temporarily fucked up. And Young Indian, gave him them racks as a jug and told that man to go pimp. Like as my mind just keep thinking and reminiscing and retrospecting, man, the pimping always just been a blessing to the pimping. The pimps keep pimps pimping. Man, I could even speak on success out of Texas. Success has been a blessing to so many people. I'm gonna just put that out there. I don't want to say too much because it's still an open case. But I'll just say this. As you guys know, Magnificent out of Texas is currently locked up. But if you want to talk about somebody being a blessing to the game, somebody being a blessing to people, Mac was a great blessing. I don't want to go into too much, but I'm talking about, man, listen, I knew somebody that didn't have a ride. Mac didn't really know him from a can of paint and was just letting him drive, the Range Rover like he had been knowing dude for years. That's just the type of guy that Mac was. I remember another situation.
Yes, another individual.
Go ahead.
It's another individual who he let take the Benz for like 2 weeks. Just gave him the Benz and told him go pimp.
Man, I was getting ready to say, I don't know if you saying the same person, but now I remember another P from SAC that he had let have the Bentley and let him drive the Bentley.
Oh, okay.
Gave that man some champagne.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And had that man in the Bentley and let him ride around for damn near a month in the Bentley. Gave that man a jug, gave him a bottle of champagne, and let him drive the Bentley for damn near a month. Told that man to go pimp, man. Yeah, Mac back a cold dude. Mac was a cold dude. I'm trying to think of, when I think of like, just givers in the game. People that, used to just give all the time. There was a blessing, to the pimping, man. See, cause it'd take like Johnny Barritz. I can't confirm it. I'm gonna wait till I talk to him. But I heard something spectacular, but I'm just gonna wait to talk to him to get it confirmed because I don't want to tell no lies. I want to make the game look good, but we don't make the game look good with lies, So let me just get confirmation and I'll convey that information, man, later on. But I really heard something spectacular, man, that Johnny Barritz had did, and I just want to make sure out of his mouth that it was done. But when I think of course, y'all know how I've given because I've given to you guys. So I'm excluded out of the conversation. Of course, Andre Taylor gave one of the coldest contributions by getting a law change and benefiting, everybody, really. But yeah, I'm trying to think, man, in the game. Oh, Johnny Cash, yup. I said that earlier. Johnny Cash was a blessing. As y'all know, me and Johnny not, but one thing I can't take away is how Johnny Cash didn't put people in cars. A lot of guys was stunting, doing their thing, and you thought that it was probably all off of bitch, but really, they had a little off the bitch, and they also had a jug from Johnny Cash. He done did that with a few motherfuckers. I know for sure that Johnny Cash is giving at least over 100,000, if not more, in jugs. So when it comes to, being a giver, You know what I mean? Johnny Cash's name definitely got to be brought up in the conversation because this is the same man that when my mother passed away had called me and we wasn't even cool like that at the time and told me that he had just spent over $40,000 on his mom's service and he wanted to know if I needed anything, you know? So I'm always gonna remember him for that. I know we on Discord, we ain't seeing eye to eye, we ain't fucking with each other, whatever. But as far as on the giving and being a blessing, you can't have that conversation without bringing his reputation up, man, you know? And that just really go for them Memphis P's. Hey man, it's an old saying. It can be 30 pimps. And if 29 of the 30 pimps is holeless and dolus, and that one pimp got a hoe, guess what? Them 29 pimps is getting ready to eat and get fed off of off of that one P that got one hoe. He gonna try to take care of all the pimps that's holeless and dolus, man. That's just how the Memphis P's get down. I ain't saying all of them, but man, as far as amongst the pimping, I would have to say the Memphis pimping, the pimps that come out of Memphis is more united than any pimps from anywhere else. You know, they more on one accord than any, like they used, especially when I first came in, them niggas used to travel in packs. Whenever, like when one come in the city, 2 seconds later, you're gonna see 3 more. Then 2 seconds later, you're gonna see 4 more. Next thing you know, it's a parking lot full of Memphis niggas. That's just how it be, you know? But yeah, man, I just wanted to, make that. I'm trying to really think about, it's some more shit, man, that I'm missing. And I know I'm missing it. I'm gonna be mad when I get off here. Cause I forgot about the pimping. How the pimping then gave. And then as y'all know, as far as being a blessing, I got my brother on the line. That when my mom passed, my saved and sanctified mom passed, this was the man that called me when I was holeless and dolus. And because he was pimping like a motherfucking OBT, I was able to, you understand me, have my mama's service paid for. Off this man's pimping. Shout out to OBT. But yeah, man, oh, and let me say this. As far as being a blessing to the game, I just spoke about Joe Cato. Where you been? As far as being a blessing to the game, man, I don't know, man. It's kind of hard to, I had to say that like Freeze is really, I'm not just saying that because he's my brother, man, but man, Freeze done put a lot of roofs over a lot of niggas' heads and put food in a lot of niggas' mouths, man. I ain't talking about just one time either. I'm talking about for months. But that's another subject. So as far as like being a blessing to the game, man, like you can't have that conversation without bringing up Free's name. You have to. That go about jugs. That go with just looking out. All of that, man. Like, gotta bring Freeze up. Got to. Yeah, man, I was broke as hell at the time, man. And my brother said, man, don't even worry about nothing, bro. I got you. The security that came, the peace of mind that came, hey, man, like, and let me say this, like Andre Taylor say, you know what I mean? Like Mel Taylor said, you can never repay the first favor. You can't outdo it. Did I give the money back to my brother? Yes, eventually, but did I honestly, could you say that you paid him back? No, because at that time you didn't have shit. And that nigga came through. So, not really. You can't say it. But man, yes, man, I appreciate, that's why I can never talk against the game, man. Could never repay the first favor. That first favor, I'll do it every time. You could give that person back every damn dollar and then some with interest. But in reality, in that circumstance, you don't have anything, and your mother just died, and everybody ready to move, and you don't have anything. So, yeah, I appreciate my brother. This ain't just my P partner. This is my brother right here, man. You know, so as far as like coldest things in the game, that would have to be, I don't know. I'm trying to think, man, like what could compete. But hey, you know, of course I don't want to make it seem like we over everybody, you know, with the things that's been done in the game. But yeah, I just got to be real, not being arrogant or anything. But when it come to being a blessing to the game, if you don't hear our names being brought up, it's simply because pure hatred and jealousy.
Man, yeah.
That's it. It's just hatred and jealousy, man. You know, because as far as being a blessing to the game, like, shit, come on, man. And let me say this. I told y'all, when you really done pimped on a hoe, when you really done did some good pimping, is when the mother even like you. And not just the mother like you. The mother, when if the bitch ever leave, the mother like, you should have never left him. Yeah. That's when you done pimp, man. When that mother say, hey, you should have never left him. Bitch, you need to go. When the mother tell the daughter, bitch, you need to go back to him. Yeah, man, you done pimp. But yeah, I ain't gonna talk y'all head is. I just wanted to hit that 3-hour mark, man. And I'ma get off here, man, and allow y'all to soak this up. Should I keep this up here? I'm gonna let it linger a little bit. But I really just wanted to put this out here, man, just compelling you guys to give. I might eventually put it on my Patreon, you know what I mean, and let this be some more good Patreon game that y'all gonna have to pay to hear. You know? Cause I got Freeze, you know, rapping on here. No, Denise, you better come back to the Patreon, man, and get that $5 up, baby. Yeah, I miss seeing them thick thighs. I miss seeing them thick thighs on my Patreon, baby. Come back and get that $5, baby. Come through. Yeah, all the women in the comment section, baby, come through right now. If you know you fine as hell, you know you thick, you know you got, especially all the women that got thick thighs and shit. Yeah, come back. I need all my thick thigh women, you know, at my Patreon. Don't you ever leave me. You know what I mean? Come to my Patreon. All the thick thigh women. I don't care what. Seeing this in the holidays. Seeing this the holidays right now, I got to do it. Man, I don't give a fuck, man. Make something happen. I need all thick thigh women to report to my Patreon immediately. Spit Glorious P for the outro, Freeze. Man, you own them about the Glorious P, man.
They trying to have Freeze live in concert.
Yeah. P said, I know some P's personally that Freeze has laced. Yeah. See, that's what I like. The truth. The truth. That's all, man. My thighs ain't thick, but my tummy not in my pants. Okay, if your tummy not in your pants, all the ladies that, yeah, you should have been here. I talked about that shit. Hey, matter of fact, watch this. Bro, how I feel about bitches that be having their stomach in their pants.
Bro, be serious about that. He goes in on bitches that wear their stomach in their pants, man. He goes in. He do not let a bitch breathe at all. And I know how you feel because, you know, like you say, it just reminds you of certain deacons in the church, man. Like,
yeah.
Wear their stomach in their pants, man. Yeah,
now, for those of you that don't like, because I ain't gonna lie, for those that ain't never been to my Patreon, Sin do post quite a lot. So if you don't like all them notifications, then just turn it off and just come to the Patreon when you want to come. Because like yesterday, I posted over like 20 times. So, you know, some days it be like that. Some days seeing, like, when y'all go to sleep tonight, I'm going to be up because I'm going to try to knock season 5 and 6 of Power out of there so I can hurry up and get to the other shit. Cause Power had 6 seasons, and I got 4 of them on there, and I'm gonna just finish that 5 and 6, and then go to Power Book season 1. I already got 2 episodes of season 2. I'm gonna get that season 1 up there, and then I'm gonna come with the Snowfall, repost the Raising the Canaan, and get the Wu-Tang on there. That's and whatever you ladies want to see, just get at me, man. Just get at me. You know, BMF. Yeah, I got the whole BMF on there. BMF already on there. You know, yeah, BMF already on there. But look, I love you guys, man. I'm out, man. Ladies, keep your stomach out your pants. And once again, I love all y'all. Hope you live as long as you want, never want as long as you live. We out.